It's our final live watch party and play-by-play analysis. We've got tanking news to get to and everything else. Let's go.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to our live watch party and play-by-play analysis of the New York Jets Buffalo Bills rematch here in Week 18. And boys and girls, we have a lot of tanking news to get to. Oh, my. With a game just ending seconds ago that has dramatic impact on the New York Jets. So let's get right into it, folks. And it is this. I'm throwing it up on your big board. If the draft started today, right now at this moment in time, the Jets would have the 3rd overall pick and the 15th overall pick. The Colts just lost to the Texans last second, and now that Colts pick is 15th overall. Now, if you're a Jets fan, there's 2 things you want to root for tonight to ensure that that Colts pick that belongs to you remains at the 15th overall pick. You are massive Ravens fans tonight. You want the Ravens to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and win the AFC North. The Ravens would remain below the Colts, and the Steelers would remain below the Colts because they have 9 wins. Colts have 8. You're rooting for the Lions to beat the Chicago Bears today. If those 2 things happen, Ravens beat the Steelers, Lions beat the Bears, the Jets will have the 15th overall pick thanks to the Indianapolis Colts. This is official, folks, from a tanking perspective for those that are there. So right now it would be 15. However, if the Lions and Ravens lose, this pick would drop all the way to 17th overall. So there's still movement to be had, but right now in this frame of time, it would be the 15th overall pick. So there is a lot of activity happening here on the program, so I wanted to just show that immediately. Also, let's go to the top of the draft real quick for the tanking conversation. If the Giants beat the Dallas Cowboys, so the Giants have fallen to 5th. If the Jets lose to the Buffalo Bills, they will clinch the number 2 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. So did he catch all that? Did all of that make any sense? Well, I hope so. That is the latest in Tankathon land. Let's also open up the phone lines here. We'll take your phone calls in the pregame. We'll also take your phone calls during intermissions and breaks once the game gets underway. But massive tanking activity happening here on the program. So this is all that is up for grabs here on the show. These are all the different things. Here's some other things, by the way. If somehow, some way that the Jets beat the Buffalo Bills today, it seems incredibly unlikely, but somehow if that happened, the Jets' floor increased a little bit as well. The Browns upset the Cincinnati Bengals. So before all of today's festivities, if the Jets beat the Bills, the worst they could have picked is 7. Now, because the Browns upset the Bengals, the worst they could pick is 6. If the Commanders beat the Eagles, the worst they could pick is 5. So there's still some movement that could happen with the Jets win or a Jets loss, which we'll talk about here on the show. Let's go to Lou B. If the Raiders win, does that change anything? No, the Raiders have clinched the number 1 overall pick by virtue of the Giants win and strength of schedule. Jets can't upend the Raiders. So no, Raiders win does nothing. It literally has no impact whatsoever on anything that the Jets are operating with. The 2 teams that are tied with the Jets, the Cardinals and Titans, in wins with 3 wins, those strength of schedules are locked in. So the Cardinals can't leapfrog the Jets. The Titans can't leapfrog the Jets. If the Jets lose, they can't be leapfrogged. If they win, of course, they can be leapfrogged by all kinds of teams with 3 wins. So hopefully that explained a lot of that for you guys out there in the audience. Okay. Let's answer some of your guys' questions and comments here. Jake Klein says, is Buffalo locked into the 5 seed? I believe our buddy Danny here just explained it on Twitter. The Bills win, Chargers loss, they get the 6th seed versus the Jags. So again, a Bills win, Chargers loss, they could get the 6th seed. So there's still some up in the air for Buffalo today as well. So all of that is happening here on the program. Oh my, all kinds of craziness, baby, is happening here. So yes. We have Michael saying, Dante Moore, put your Jets jersey on. So here are the two paths for the Jets today for all the tanking stuff. By the way, we got 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Appreciate you joining the army. We're only a few subscribers away from 8,270 subscribers, so help us grow, baby. It's going to be a massive offseason here for the Jets. Here's the other thing, folks, that I want to get to here real quick on the program is that there was two paths today. There was a path that if the Giants lost to the Cowboys and the Raiders beat the Chiefs, the Giants could have gotten to the number 1 overall pick. But that's no longer possible because the Giants blew the barn doors off the Dallas Cowboys. So the path to the Giants getting number 1 and you picking number 3 and then jumping from 3 to 1, that dream, if you ever had it, was over. Now, if you're a Jets fan, what you're simply rooting for is to get to the number 2 overall pick. And all you have to do to get to the number 2 overall pick is lose to the Buffalo Bills today. You pick 2, Raiders pick 1, and Giants, there's a lot of places they could pick. I don't know if there's any Giant fans in here anyway, so that doesn't probably matter to you with that being said. So the Giants are out of the picture. They don't matter. They're at 5 at this current moment in time. Let's go to our boy, Alon, here on the program before we get to this Bills action, Alon.
All that nonsense today, this morning, is pretty hilarious. By the way, if Dante Moore does not declare, if he stays in school, then he doesn't want to be a Jet. It's obvious.
Right. If the things happen, right? If the Jets lose to the Bills today, and you're right, because Dante Moore wouldn't make that decision before our results today. So, right.
Well,
yes. If you're a Jets fan, take personal offense to that, I guess. If Dante's like, no, I'm good. Yeah, that would that would definitely be something to take on the chin as a Jets fan.
Then he would not want to be a Jet.
Clearly, yeah, right.
I think Buffalo caught a really big break today.
How's that?
I think they can go to Jacksonville and beat them. I really do. I'd rather go to Jacksonville than go to Baltimore. So I think that's
if you're Buffalo. I agree. I think Baltimore gives them a lot of problems. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Houston, like if Baltimore wins tonight, I think Houston-Baltimore could be a hell of a game, really, especially if Lamar is healthy.
And we've seen that rematch before. What was that, last year or the year before? We had Texans-Baltimore, and that was not a good game. So I hope it bounces back. I hope we get.
They played earlier this year, and Houston beat him by like 5 touchdowns. Yeah.
See, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It would be so typical if the Jets win today. Paul, I need you to root hard for the Bills.
I am going to root hard for
I want every touchdown by the Bills. I want you to root them.
That I can't do.
Come on, Paul. No. Paul, I want to hear "Let's Go Buffalo." I want to hear it.
No.
Paul,
I can't. That's
Paul.
disgusting.
You want to see 35-10 today?
I don't. I'm okay. It's incredibly fun and.
You want to see 7-6 Bills? That's fine with you?
I mean, I'd prefer some scores and some fun.
Okay. 14-13 Bills.
I'm not going to admit that.
But you want the Bills to win big. You want the Bills.
I'm not going to.
Can you hold on, Paul? Do you want the Bills to win today?
No, of course not.
Paul,
I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Jets fan.
Being genuine. Can you be genuine for once?
I'm always genuine.
Okay.
I'm 100% me.
Paul.
Hey, look at this. Lou B, you understand what I'm going through here,
yeah,
right, Lou
all
B?
right. So wait.
JTS.
Okay.
Paul, Lou, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Let me hear. Let's go, Buffalo. Come on, let me hear it.
No, listen, I want Buffalo to just kill us right now, right? Because then it's going to help with the whole agenda.
That's genuine there.
I can't. I don't like the coaching right now, BG. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm really upset with the coaching. But I have a more important question because reality is reality. Okay, at second pick, if Dante doesn't come in, then what? If we can't trade back, if nobody wants to trade back, who we picking?
I think they'll take Reese.
Interesting. Well, in one world, we talked about this earlier, but in a different way of Jets not having 2, you have the number 1 overall pick of the non-quarterbacks. If some other quarterback doesn't rise from January 4th to April, and sometimes you get crazy crap with the combine and everything. If that doesn't occur, you have the number 1 overall pick of the non-quarterbacks, and that could either be intrigued to a team that would trade up for such thing. If you're the Jets and you want to, extrapolate all the picks, or if you're the Jets, you're like, you know what, we can use a blue chip guy, and if that's Arvell Reese, whoop, plug and play. We need some of that.
Open for business, obviously.
They should. If they do a Dave Gettleman say, we're not picking up the phone, that's the stupidest thing of all time. You should be open to it.
Yeah.
I think, and to be honest, if I'm another team out there in the universe to trade up for whoever the best player is non-quarterback, I would imagine that's attractive to people. So that could draw a lot of interest.
But let me say this. This is incredible because today on third pick, it was a 2 quarterback race. Now we get to second, and Dante might make it a 1 quarterback race.
He's not.
You cannot get worse.
Is that
No, he's
painful?
not coming
Is
out.
that? But that is painful, though,
He's probably
right?
not coming out. It's
He's
Right.
not
That if
coming
we
out.
had
worst
3,
season of
he
all time
enters.
Jet
Right.
history, and we
Yeah.
turned a 2 quarterback
That would
race
be
into a
terrible.
1 quarterback race. This is insane.
But
That would be
Paul,
terrible if that
Here's the
happens.
comment, Paul.
Okay.
If
All right.
I was Woody,
Okay.
I need to get some intel today
Okay.
from like an Oregon guy to say
Oh,
what will
sure.
it take
Yeah.
for Dante to come out. If
Yeah.
It's not only just money. If Dante says I don't want to play for Aaron Glenn, then you got to fire Aaron Glenn.
Oh
have to.
no!
You do.
Come on. That's not
Lou,
gonna
I'm not
happen.
wrong there, Lou.
He should be fired anyway.
No, I'm sorry, BG. I know you're a loyal guy, and you know I am too. But he really isn't doing good, BG. You have to accept
Well,
that he's really not
But
doing
but here's
good.
the thing, though. Adam Schefter came out, and that was the most emphatic. Adam Schefter had a whole 9-minute rant on all the coaches, and he had an emphatic, like, Woody didn't even think about it. And apparently Judy Batista, her report was unwavering. Woody didn't blink about potentially, going one way or the other. And we'll have to come back.
BG,
Yeah, go ahead.
tomorrow, there could be some coaches that get fired. And
That's not going to change my mind.
But that's not going to change your mind, but that could change Woody's mind of who's available.
Well, me and Woody are on the same page. Yeah,
I think he's keeping the coach, unfortunately.
All right, no, listen, look, I hope AG does well. I just think he really needs a great defensive coordinator, obviously, and a great team around Tanner, I think. But Alan, I will be watching the Philly quarterback today because I think there's a lot of potential.
Tanner McKee.
We'll
see.
Now I don't think they're drafting. Now they're not going to trade for him.
So it definitely could happen. So hey on.
Jets, Jets.
We'll come back to you guys. The game is on here. Buffalo immediately getting a first down. We have, by the way, Mitchell Trubisky in the game for Buffalo. 1st and 10, 14-20 and ticking here in the first quarter. First head, Bills got the ball first. Trubisky under center at the 30-yard line. Trubisky hands it off right up the middle to James Cook. Here's James Cook is in for Buffalo. Leading the league in rushing. He wants to ensure he gets it. That is James Cook with the red helmet uniforms. He immediately slapped out and gave it over to Ray Davis there. We'll be keeping you posted throughout the game. Shout out to the 600 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe here on YouTube. Again, we'll take your phone calls during intermission breaks and also halftime, of course, of this game. James Cook is leading the league in rushing by about 30 yards and change, and the Colts game obviously is over. So James Cook may pad the stats here. Mitchell Trubisky, play action, rolls out to his left, flips it over, nearly intercepted. That was almost the first interception of the season for the Jets. Oh, my goodness, it was this close. The Jets haven't had a pick all year, and they almost just got their first pick of the season. Oh, dear Lord. It was that close. Oh, my goodness. It could have been a pick six. The Jets were that close to their first pick. But alas, the ball is complete to Dawson Knox there. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Dalton Kincaid, excuse me. Wow. Mitchell Trubisky drops back, throws it over the middle. There you go. Excuse me. That one was Dawson Knox. I'm getting behind here. That last one was to Dalton Kincaid. So we're getting a little bit of everything here in this game. 12:48 and ticking here in the first quarter for the Buffalo Bills as they're driving. Bills are 11-5. Jets are 3-13. With a loss today, if the Jets lose to the Buffalo Bills, they would clinch the number 2 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft. Jets also got some other help. We could talk about that during halftime or so. 2nd and 6 here for Buffalo at the 46-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Ray Davis, who plows forward to midfield. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for Buffalo. 3rd and 2 for Buffalo. As the Bills are moving and grooving. This is the final game at Highmark Stadium. The Bills will move across the street next week. There is a outside possibility if there's a lot of upsets during the playoffs, if the Bills are a 5 or 6 seed, that Buffalo could, of course, host a game in like the AFC Championship game if some machination happened the right way. Anywho, 3rd and 2 for Buffalo, 11:51 and ticking here. Mitchell Trubisky under center for Buffalo. And handoff up the middle to Ray Davis. Easily gets the first down, and the drive stays alive for Buffalo. They're in Jets territory. 11:38 in ticking here in the first quarter. Here we go. Jets are wearing their classic uniforms. It's weird to say classic with these uniforms. We saw them for so long during the 2000s, but these are the uniforms. Jets have a modge podge of guys out there. You will certainly see that on offense. That's certainly the case on a defense too. There no Brandon Stevens today at corner. They got some random guys. We'll talk about them in a little bit in the secondary. Mitchell Trubisky under center, 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line in Jets territory. Handoff up the middle to Ray Davis, who cuts off to the right side, breaks a tackle, and gets a nice 15-yard run and change. Wonderful run there by Ray Davis. And that's a fresh set of downs for the Buffalo Bills. He went inside, bounced outside, got around some Jasir Taylor, and before getting that first down for Buffalo as the Bills continue to drive here. 1st and 10 for Buffalo, 10:39 and ticking here. Showing Chris Harris Jr. on the screen. The interim defensive coordinator replaced Steve Wilkes with 3 games left in the season. 1st and 10, 10:29 and ticking. The Bills are at the 30-yard line, 10 yards away from the red zone here. Motion, fake the jet sweep to Joshua Palmer, and Ray Davis breaks another tackle, and he's dragging Jets defenders. That's a gain of 9. He was initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, but bounced off the Jets' would-be tacklers, and he is getting some additional yak for Buffalo. Ray Davis switching out. He was bottled up at the line of scrimmage, but spun out of it, broke a tackle, and dove forward for a nice gain of 9 for the Buffalo Bills. Bills may have a lot of backups in there, but they're not playing like it. Mitchell Trubisky in the game, 2nd and 1 here for Buffalo. Jets defense on their heels, not surprising. Trubisky under center. 9:41 in ticking here. Handoff up the middle to Ty Johnson, former Jet. I don't believe he got there. Yes, they're going to say he got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now going to be 3rd and short for Buffalo. Ty Johnson, the former Jet. Now Buffalo Bill. By the way, Travion Henderson, a 5-yard touchdown run. Patriots take a 7-0 lead over the Miami Dolphins. Not a lot to play for in that one. Unless Denver folds, the Patriots could get the number 1 seed with the win and a Denver loss, but Chargers are not playing a lot of their starters. That seems unlikely. Anywho, 3rd and short here for Buffalo. They're on the bridge of the red zone here. Ty Johnson's in the game for the Bills. Ty Johnson dives forward and gets a first down easily for Buffalo. Bills Mafia continues to churn yardage. And they've nearly held the ball for half the quarter. Oh, my. Buffalo ain't playing games. This would be, if Aaron Glenn got the win today, would be his first win inside the AFC East in his rookie season. If he fails to get one, he'd be 0 for 6. I believe Salah's the only other one that's 0 for 6 of the first-year head coaches. All right, the Bills are officially in the red zone here at the 17.5-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky, play action, throws it towards the end zone. Wide open touchdown. There you go. Buffalo's on the board. Dawson Knox, play action. Jets broken coverage, and that is a touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. That was too damn easy. 17 yards out, and Buffalo's on top 6-0 with an extra point pending, would be 7-0 for the Bills. Oh, boy. Wow. That was embarrassing. Hot knife through butter for this Jets defense today. We have over 700 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Here we go, baby. I am Boy Green. Welcome to our live watch party and play-by-play. We've been doing this all season long. Bills extra point pending, and it's good. 7-0 lead for Buffalo. That Bills have had some kicker issues this season. No kicker issue here. There you have it. All right. Back to the phone calls. Again, we'll take those during intermissions and breaks. We got Johnny Boy here on the show. Johnny?
And let the pain begin. Yo, that was wide open, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. But, hey, we need it, though, right?
I mean, yes, for the tanking. Again, if we lose to the Bills, we get the number 2 overall pick, guaranteed. But I hope the Jets show some fight today, at the very least, for God's sakes. I mean,
I don't know, to be honest with you, man. At this point, it is what it is. Like,
see, that's what Nange Boko said. He says, I'm numb to this pain. Like that, that normally would be like, oh, Jesus, the Bills just got this wide open touchdown, but he's taking it in stride. There you go.
I saw that and I laughed. That's all you could do at this point. Just laugh and buckle up, baby, because Aaron Glenn said we are built for this shit. So
I think he did. Yeah, let's go back to the tail of the tape. It's been a while. Coach?
That's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
that has not well whatsoever.
That has not aged well. That absolutely has not aged well. There's no doubt about it. And I see M. Valletta here keeps saying one more day. He believes that AG is going to get fired tomorrow. Again, by all indications, he has gotten the safe card from everyone, every insider on the planet. But, I guess a surprise could happen from that perspective. Let's also welcome it. We got Hep here, baby. What's up, Hep?
Hey,
Hep,
guys. Hey,
buddy.
what's up, Johnny boy? Good
How
to
are
see you up and around, man. You know what? The one good thing I like about this, I like
What's
seeing
that?
I like seeing the old uniforms, the old white with the logo on the side.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
It's a nice
clean.
aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
No, it looks so. I was agreeing with you. I said it looks so clean.
Yeah, yeah, I like that look. That's my favorite Jet look. Is that uniform? I don't know. I just always like. I guess that was I was growing up. I grew up with that look. It reminds me of the Namath era a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the game is the game. I can't believe the Giants won. That was crazy.
I had a feeling they were going to win, and they did. So, again, thank you, Cowboys, for rolling over and letting your stars out. And that's a double dip for the Jets. So, not
Yeah.
only did the Giants win and thus open the door for us to have the number 2 overall pick, but they beat the Cowboys, which makes our second-round pick better, which we have. So, thank you, Giants. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. We owe Lurch a pat on the back for that one.
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. Monday's
Yeah.
live show is going to be excellent.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Peace
I hope
out.
so. Appreciate you happen, Johnny boy. We'll circle back to you here. We are back on this game. By the way, they just showed an embarrassing video of a guy trying to break a Bills Mafia table, and he went through it 3 times and failed. What a loser. Unbelievable. But that's the kind of effort we've seen from the Jets this year, so it's hard to throw rocks from a glass house. All right, we've got Bills set to kick off here. Okay, 8:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Bills have a 7-0 lead over the New York Jets. Jets getting the ball for the first time in this contest. Bills took nearly half of the time off the first quarter. So there you have it. All right, Bills are kicking off. Here we go. Let's see if any of our superstar return men have an opportunity. Isaiah Williams will keep it in the end zone. Isaiah Williams will keep that in the end zone. Jets will take it at the 35-yard line. That's where the Jets offense will take over. And, folks, you are going to need a roster sheet card to get these guys. So, of course, you got Brady Cook. You're going to have a combination of Raheem Blackshear, Khalil Herbert, and Kene Nguanu in the backfield. Those are the only 3 healthy running backs for the New York Jets today. Oh, boy. The good news is that the starting 5 offensive line, it's the same 5 starting offensive line from the beginning of the season to now. Kene Nguanu, by the way, is the first running back on the field for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 8:17 here in the first quarter. Brady Cook, handoff to Kene Nguanu, who breaks a tackle, and it's a 4.5-yard gain. Very nice run there from Kene Nguanu. Again, I think I told you guys this. Me and Lou B were at Jets training camp for the Jets-Giants joint practice, and they used Kene Nguanu a ton coming out of the backfield. I said, man, I hope they use that this season, and quite frankly, they really haven't. He's had between like 10 and 20 carries this year, if that, on the season. So we'll see some of that Kene Nguanu action today. All right, we're about halfway through the first quarter here, 7:45 and ticking. Brady Cook under center, I formation for the Jets. Here we go. Brady Cook, handoff again to Kene Nguanu. This time not nearly as successful. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 5 for the Jets. All right, here we go, people. 7-0 lead here for the Buffalo Bills over the New York Jets. 7:18 and ticking. 3rd and 5 here for the Jets on the road. Again, this is the final game at the Ralph Highmark Stadium here for the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. Let's see what the Tanner Angstran is cooking for Brady Cook. Oh, wait a second. There's a stoppage. We'll see. Did the Jets? Nope, there's a flag on the play. All right, let's see what this is. AG is pissed at this flag. 12 men on the field on the Jets. Oh, boy. Yep, how does that happen? Too many men on the field. AG is ripping the sideline. He is pissed that just occurred. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. That is 12 guys on the field. What the? And then Brady Cook realized it, and it was too late. Jets tried to call a timeout, and they did not honor the timeout. They threw the flag when AG tried to call timeout. Damn. 3rd and 10 now for the Jets. 6:51 and ticking here in the first quarter. Brady Cook shotgun set. Canaan Guano in the backfield. Quick throw out to Isaiah Williams. Oh, my goodness. He did not throw that anywhere in the vicinity. Isaiah Williams barely got a hand on it. Oh, God. This is getting ugly quick. 4th and 10 here. The Jets will punt right back to the Buffalo Bills. Nice quick 3 and out. Oh, boy. Wow. I mean, Brady Cook, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if he tried there on that throw. He has the yips. Yay. All right, 4th and 10. Austin McNamara, one of our best players, set to punt. We have 800 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. YouTube.com/boygreen25. Here we go. All right, the punt is rolling and goes out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. That's where the Bills' offense will once again take over. We have a quick TV timeout. Let's go back to the phone lines. We've got our boy Tommy, OG Jets fan 1985. What's up, pal?
Oh, Paul, what's up, brother? Oh my God, I'm getting a call as soon as from my dad. Decline. As soon as Paul.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, BJ, how are you? Happy New Year, brother.
Appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, your family. Your son's adorable, dude. Like that was great.
Thanks,
like on, I think it was New Year's Thursday.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, they grow fast, Paul, because mine's already 13. And I remember yesterday, like he was just born.
Goodness. Wow,
So,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, enjoy it while they're little.
I appreciate that, man.
So long. Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely much respect to your fiance for putting up with you.
Yeah, 100%. She deserves an award, quite frankly. And the kids, like in the middle of all these Jet games I'm doing, I can hear them in the background. She's holding down the fort over there. So blessed be he. I'm lucky.
Hell yeah. Paul, are you actually rooting for BJ? You actually rooting for a Jets win here, or?
It's a interesting question. As a fan, and I'm sitting here, I want the Jets to win, of course. Now, obviously, I understand that if the Jets lose, they get the number 2 overall pick, which would help them get a quarterback, which in the long term would be much better than if they lose or win, rather, and get like the 6th pick. So while I'm sitting here, if the Jets score touchdowns, I will feel giddy. If they get destroyed, I will be like, well, better draft picks. That's sort of how I operate.
BG, all the time of my life, I'm a diehard Jet fan, right? My uncle used to have season tickets, so I would go to at least 3-4 games every single year growing up. And I've never, ever rooted for this team to lose.
Right.
But after this year, after the Dolphins game, after the Jaguars game, I actually get hyped. And I'll still wear my Jets gear everywhere I go. But I get hyped at the fact that they're gonna lose. Like just lose, baby, lose. Like Al Davis would say, win, baby, win. Just lose, baby, win. I mean, just lose, baby, lose. And please lose this game. The Giants did us a huge favor by winning. Just
they did.
Is the game back on, Paul? I'm watching Red Zone.
It's coming back. Yeah, it's coming. So I'll hang on tight. But yeah, I get your overall message, Tommy. We'll circle back to you. Yes, the game is coming back on right now. But lose, I understand. It's better for the long-term health of the Jets franchise if they lose. Yes, that's true. 100%. By the way, real quick, we are now, as the Bills are underway, they're at the 32-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky under center here for Buffalo. Bills lead 7-0. Play action. Mitchell Trubisky fires it wide open. Dalton Kincaid plows through the Jets defense and gets an absolutely massive gain. Oh, dear Lord, have mercy. 26 yards from Mitchell Trubisky to Dalton Kincaid. 26-yard connection on the play-action play, wide open. There is no Jet defender anywhere in the area, and the Bills are immediately in Jets territory. Oh, dear God. I mean, this is just this is unbelievable. And there you have it. The thing I was going to say, the unbelievable nature, is we are 3 subscribers away from 8,270 subscribers. So, folks, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Mitchell Trubisky, handoff up the middle to Ray Davis, who dives forward for maybe a gain of 4. It's going to be a second in Schmedium here for Buffalo. But yes, we're 3 subscribers away from 8,270. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you guys like the video. That's a free way to contribute and support the show. If you're on Twitter, feel free to reshare this live stream with anyone and everyone in your neighborhood. So make sure you hit that repost, reshare button. I appreciate you no matter where you're watching. Again, my name is Boy Green, Paul Liston Jr. We do these watch parties for every game this season. Shadow, we have nearly 900 people in the room now. Everyone on the tanking thing, I guess. This is a big audience. Appreciate it. Again, they're going to call that a gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7. Bills have a 7-0 lead, 5:29 here in the first quarter. There's a quick injury note. The Bills are Bills medical staff. There's an official stoppage here on the field after the play. I think if I can read lips, I'm pretty sure that Bills medical staff guy just said he broke it. So I believe he broke either a finger or something on his hand because that's what it appeared the Bills, they have the camera on the Bills medical staff. It appears that's what they just said, that he broke it. Broke what? I'm not sure. But it looks like they're going to take a TV timeout. Spencer Brown is warming up, who's the starter. So it sounds like they have some backup offensive linemen in. So it looks like they may be forced to play some of their starters here. Let's get some comments here. Let's see. A View says that play looked like the Jets were blocking for Buffalo. Yeah, perhaps. James Kennedy says, thank you, BG. Appreciate it. Jet 71. We still have to lose, and it's a lock. Again, if the Jets lose to the Bills today, it is locked in. They have the number 2 overall pick. There's strength of schedules don't matter. The Titans and Cardinals, who are the other teams that are hanging in the 3-win. Cardinals are playing right now against the Rams, and the Titans already lost. They can't leapfrog the Jets by strength of schedule. The only way they can leapfrog them is if somehow the Jets beat the Bills, then they would leapfrog them. But if the Jets lose, they lock in the number 2 overall pick. It is a lock, cha-chink. It is in. So the strength of schedule has already been clinched. The Jets have beaten the Cardinals and beaten the Titans in strength of schedule. Yes. So yes, Jet 71, we are locked into the 2nd pick if we lose to the Bills. If we don't, then we could drop all the way to 6, and it depends if the Cardinals or Commanders, rather, if the Commanders beat the Eagles, we could drop to 5. So, those are the machinations if we win and how far we could drop back. So there's some other things at play there, obviously. NC Green says, our best bet is for Dante Moore to play well and beat Indiana. I don't even know if it's a beat Indiana thing, but maybe as like a national championship bucket list item, but it's for Dante Moore to play well. And he either keeps his college football playoff journey alive, which is great. And he keeps getting opportunities to show what he's made of. Or he just plays so well in the Indiana game, even if they lose. He's like, you know what? I'm going to be the 2nd overall pick. Let's go. That's $50 million or however much that would be, somewhere in that ballpark. So yes, yeah, if you're a Jets fan, root like crazy for Dante Moore to keep playing well, because you want this to be a 2-quarterback race. You want the Jets, in theory, to lose to get that 2nd overall pick in a 2-quarterback race. They will have a chance to take the quarterback with the 2nd overall pick, and hopefully it goes a lot better than the last time the Jets used a 2nd overall pick to get a quarterback. That's it. Plain and simple, baby. Yes. Here we go. All right, we're coming back from a TV timeout. Again, Bills lead 7 squat over the New York Jets. Here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Bills, 5:22 and ticking. Mitchell Trubisky shotgun set. Ray Davis to his right. Drops back. Mitchell Trubisky looks over to the left side. Nearly intercepted. A deflected ball off Keon Coleman's hands that was almost intercepted. Trey Brown was in the area. The Jets have had 2 almost picks in this game. Trey Brown with the near interception. Trubisky threw it to Keon Coleman. It bounced off his hands and almost went right to Trey Brown. Oh, my goodness. The Jets have not had an interception all season long. If they don't get one, they'd be the first team in NFL history to go through a whole season and not have a pick. So we'll see. Ty Johnson, the former Jet, is in the game for the Bills. 3rd and 7 for Buffalo. They're at the 39.5-yard line outside of field goal range. Mitchell Trubisky drops back, throws it over to the left side, and it'll be 4th and 1. That pass was completed to Gabe Davis. It'll be 4th and 1 for Buffalo, either a long field goal attempt or they just go for it. My gut would say go for it. The Bills have had kicker issues all season long, and in this kind of game, I don't think you're just rolling over. So I expect Buffalo to go for it here. 4th and 1, 4:47 and ticking here in this first quarter. Mitchell Trubisky shotgun set. Ty Johnson to his right, motions to his left. 4th and 1 handoff to Ty Johnson right up the middle. And it looks like he's short. The Jets got a turnover on downs. And the Jets will take over. Ty Johnson did not make the line to gain. Bills 7-0 lead. They're not adding more points on this drive. Jets defense gets the stop. 4:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Nice stop by the Jets defense. Harrison Phillips, a couple of the big hefties up front, getting the stop ski. Very nice. 4:31 left in the first quarter. Jets offense will take the field. All right. Ricard Trey, Buffalo playing for home field or for what? No, they're not playing for home field. They lost the division last week. Patriots won the division. So no home field that play. What they're playing for is seeding. They could be 5 or 6. Our boy Danny, our Buffalo Bills fan on Twitter, mentioned that. The Bills are playing for 5 or 6 seed. So that's what's at play here for Buffalo. Also, the other thing, it's an intangible thing for Buffalo. But the other thing for the Bills is this is their final game at this stadium, barring some unlikely scenario where they made the AFC Championship game as, let's say, a 5 seed, and the 6 or 7 played against them in the AFC Championship game. In that very unlikely scenario, Buffalo would host a playoff game, but that's very unlikely. I can't say that enough. So this is likely the last Bills game in this stadium, and then they'll move across the street next year. Shout out to our boy Tommy, baby, with a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's freaking go, baby. Woohoo! Appreciate that, pal. That membership, by the way, went to, let me hit a quick check here in the comment section. Went to Andrew Calderon. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby. It's good to have you, Andrew. Thank you kindly. Let's roll. By the way, we're now 2 subscribers away from 8,270. So 2 more people hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and grow the army. And yes, we also do raffles on this channel. Every time you guys spend $3 on the channel, you're eligible for one of our giveaways. We'll show our prize pack here in just a little bit. But Tommy, you are in the running, pal. You are in the running for our latest contest with a raffle ticket. So thank you kindly, sir. Excellent. Let's go. More memberships coming in. Let's get another one here as we're coming back from the TV timeout. Our boy James Kennedy. That membership went to Sobacito. Appreciate you guys. Let those memberships rain from the high heavens, baby, as we have our last Jets watch party of the year. And it's been a hell of a year, and appreciate all you guys for being in here. So beautiful. All right, let's go. Okay. And thank you, James Kennedy, for jumping on the board as well. All right, Jets offense takes over here after the turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Jets, 4:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Jets offense last time out went 3 and out. We'll see what they do this time. Brady Cook under center. From the 32.5-yard line. Handoff to the right side to Kene Nguanu. That's a loss of 1, maybe a loss of 2. That went a whole lot of nowhere happening there. Not great, Bob. Not great for the Jets. Immediate pressure from Buffalo, not letting the Jets go anywhere quick. Try to halfback misdirection to the right, and Kene Nguanu got eaten up in the backfield by multiple Buffalo Bills defenders. Here we are. 2nd and 11 now. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pistol set for Brady Cook. He hands off to the right side. Kene Nguanu breaks a tackle and dives forward here to about the 37-yard line. Nice run there by Kene Nguanu, our all-pro return man from a couple of years ago. That's the last time he had that all-pro nod. But he's serving in the running back role recently. He's been serving as running back because no Breece Hall today, no Isaiah Davis today. Breece Hall, a knee issue. And Isaiah Davis, a concussion issue. It's 3rd and 6 for Brady Cook in this offense. 3:24 and ticking. Third and 6. Kanane Guano is the lone back to Brady Cook's left in the shotgun set here. They're at the 37-yard line, and my son is upset. Brady Cook drops back, throws it over to the right side, and I think he pegged the popcorn guy. Not sure where he was aiming there, but wherever he was, incomplete. The Jets will punt with 3:11 remaining in the first quarter. So nice stop on defense. He threw it in the general vicinity of Adonai Mitchell, but it was a terrible throw. I mean, Trey White was right there. If it would have been on target, it would have been intercepted. So not really sure what Brady Cook saw over there, but thanks, Brady. All right, Austin McNamara to punt here. 4th and 6, 3:11 remaining here in the first quarter. Austin McNamara boots it. Bills collected at the 15-yard line. There was a late fair catch. They may give it to him at the 16 or 17 based on formation there. 3:04 remaining here in the first quarter. All right, let's go to your guys' comments and whatnot here on the show. Right. Yeah. Craig Mechanic's a popcorn guy. And I have no idea what he was doing there. That was a very odd throw. Very odd throw. John LG says, I'd like to see some Hooker action in the second half. Yes, Hendon Hooker is the QB2 today. Tyrod Taylor's the emergency QB3. So he can only get on the field if Brady Cook and Hendon Hooker get injured. So that is the only way that he can get on the field today. So interesting sort of plot twist here to pay attention to, depending on what happens. By the way, here's our raffle prizes for this month. We've got a New York Jets flip coin from this season. That's there on the left. It's a mint coin. We have a brand new Jets polo, brand new Jets rivalry hat, part of our Boy Green Woody tailgate package, which includes a shirt from our tailgate from earlier this year, and some cool koozies, bottle openers, and all that kind of stuff. Plus, my father is giving you both items from our Boy Green new merch shop. So you get a Boy Green Coffee Club mug and a Boy Green Coffee Club shirt. We'll make sure that we wait to purchase those and get you the proper size. So all of that is up for grabs. All you have to do is spend $3 on the channel. If you spend $3 on the channel, you have a chance to win the mug, the shirt, the coin, the polo, the hat, the Boy Green Woody tailgate, all of it. All the whole boot and caboodle. We'll be giving away that on February 1st. So an absolutely massive package of items coming. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, if you guys would like to gift, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that money sign there on YouTube, and you can do super stickers, super chats, gift channel memberships, or whatever tickles your fancy. So feel free to do so, folks. I'd appreciate it. Help support the channel, baby. We are, again, 2 subscribers away from 8,270. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. So help us get there, folks. YouTube.com/@BoyGreen25. That is how you subscribe to the channel. So if you're watching on Twitter, hop on over. Or, like I said, you guys can always do that here if you're just watching on YouTube. Again, as they're showing on the TV screen, the Jets have the inside track to the number 2 overall pick. So we will see if they get it. Again, to acquire it, all they have to do is lose to the Buffalo Bills. Hey, a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Mad Mertz. Every time 5 memberships or more are gifted, we hear a special video. Let's go to our guy here. You guys all know him. What about our good old buddy, Kevin James?
Kevin James. I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
There you go, baby. Those 5 memberships went to Danger Zone, our good Jets YouTube content creator in the audience. Jeff Johnson, Cliff Burlew, William Sprague. Hey, Sprague and Jet68. That's 5 memberships to, or 5 raffle tickets for our raffle this month. Mad Mertz, congratulations and thanks for supporting the channel, buddy. All right, we're back here on the game. Mitchell Trubisky drops back, throws a quick pass over to Ray Davis, who breaks a tackle, the 25, the 30, the 40, and gets it all the way out. A terrific connection there. Mitchell Trubisky to Ray Davis. That is a 21-yard gain for Buffalo. Wow. A quick dump off and breaking tackle, showing some elite speed down the right sideline there and showing nimble feet, getting past some Jet defenders here. Very nice job by Buffalo. And yes, he stayed in bounds. Tickled the twine, as one were to say. Tickled the twine. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs here for Buffalo. They're up 7-0, 155 and ticking here in the first quarter. Mitchell Trubisky under center. The Bills are at their own 42-yard line. Buffalo Bills play action to Ray Davis. Mitchell Trubisky throws it deep and wide open. Dalton Kincaid, a big juicy shot. Mitchell Trubisky to Dalton Kincaid for 18 yards. Good night. This Bills offense is taking big, juicy chunks out of this Jets defense, and these Bills pass catchers are wide freaking open, man. Wide open. Wow. Okay, this Jets defense they're playing as consistently as they've played all season. Consistently terrible, that is. Good Lord. Wow. The Bills are just running through the Jets right now. All right, Mitchell Trubisky under center. The Bills are in Jets territory at the 40-yard line here. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. 1 minute and ticking here in the first quarter. Halfback toss to Ray Davis, who gets outside. And nice gain there of about 6 or so. So the Bills will continue to churn. Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Bills are now in field goal range-ish. Again, that's a little bit of an issue. Buffalo has had some kicker problems all year. So that's been a bit of a problem here. Okay. Gain of 6 officially on the play. 35 seconds and ticking here in the first quarter. Again, everybody, I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. We're here for our live watch party and play-by-play analysis. We have over 900 people in the room. Good night. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Mitchell Trubisky under center at the 34.5-yard line. Handoff to the left side, or play action, excuse me. Mitchell Trubisky, and then he rolls out and flips it in the general direction of Dalton Kincaid, and he gains about a half a yard. Actually, I think I messed that up. That was the Georgia Tech tight end, Jackson Haas, on that. All these damn 80-something tight ends. You got Jackson Haas, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. I believe that's Jackson Haas on that left side. It's officially the end of the first quarter, folks, as we head into quarter number 2. Bills lead, 7-0, and they're looking to add more points on this one. Again, if you're a Jets fan out in the audience, something you may have rooting interest in is, well, if the Jets lose, they clinch the number 2 overall pick of the 2026 NFL draft. That could have massive implications for the Jets because if Dante Moore enters the draft, a lot of people think he is worthy of a top 2 pick in this class. Then all of a sudden the Jets would not have to trade up to get their quarterback. They would have 5 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks to build around said quarterback, which could be an ideal scenario potentially for building around a young quarterback. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hep joins us now. Hep.
Hey guys, just want to say, we had a really disappointing season, but you know what? I had a good time watching the games with you, Paul, and calling them stuff. And
thanks, man.
I think we really set ourselves up for a really good community. So when we get a good team going, it's gonna roll. It's just gonna flow. It's gonna flip right over. We're gonna be all set. It's gonna be great. You're gonna see the subscriptions go through the roof. We just got to get it right.
So, Hep, let me ask you this. Are you open to welcoming bandwagon Jet fans, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but as things are rolling and moving and people are like, hey, I want to jump on this Jets thing, are you going to welcome them with open arms?
Of course. That's just the nature of it. I understand. I've been around a million years. We've seen it all. So that's the nature of things. And I'd be happy for you because there'd be more money in your pocket,
All right. Blessed be he. Blessed be he, Hep, huh?
Thanks, guys.
It can only help. Appreciate you, Hep. We'll check back in with you. We are now 1 subscriber away from 8,270. Let's freaking go, baby. And more memberships renting in. Our number 1 Austrian Jets fan, baby. Here we go. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Let's go. Let's keep these memberships flowing. That went to Kids Vlogger. Kids Vlogger, you're now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you. And a raffle ticket for our number 1 Austrian Jets fan. Again, this is our prize pack this month. If you're new to the channel, we do giveaways every single month on this channel. And here are all the items. We have a New York Jets flip coin that is up for grabs from this season. We have a brand new New York Jets polo, brand new New York Jets rivalry hat, part of our Boy Green Woody tailgate package from earlier this year, which includes a t-shirt, koozies, all that jazz, plus our Boy Green merch shop. My father is donating that to the winner, so a brand new Boy Green coffee mug and a Boy Green Coffee Club shirt. All of those items are up for bids. If you want a chance to win it, $3, baby. That's all you got to spend. The more raffle tickets you have, the better your odds are. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4 to kick off the second quarter here for the Bills. 3rd and 4, Mitchell Trubisky drops back. Rolling, moving, flips it over to the left side. It's a no one. No one. That's incomplete. 4th and 4. 8 seconds off the clock. Here in the second quarter, there'll be 14:52. 14:52 remaining here in the second quarter. Here we go, baby. All right. Keep those comments and questions flowing. We'll answer those throughout the show. Also, as Pop says, if you guys just want to jump in and support in the Boy Green merch shop, we got a brand new merch shop. Coffee mugs, $10. T-shirts, $15. Best deals we've ever had here. So, folks, make sure you take full advantage. All right, the Bills are going for it at on 4th and 4 from the 34-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky drops back, throws it over to the left side, and easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's a first down for Buffalo. They're being very aggressive in this game. Screw field goals. Field goals are for losers, apparently. Buffalo converts, throwing it over to Latu, another one of their many tight ends on the roster. Latu, first down Buffalo. They keep the drive alive here. And up in the booth, they got my buddy, Sir Charles Davis, who I love a lot, Steve Tasker. They got a whole group up there in the television broadcast booth for this game. One of the McCourty twins, okay. Andrew Catalan's up there. A nice little broadcasting crew up there. All right, 1st and 10 for Buffalo. They're at the 27-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky, quick throw out to the left, incomplete. His intended target, Joshua Palmer for Buffalo, but no connection able to be made there. Now going to be 2nd and 10 for Buffalo. Here we are. Shout out to everyone in the middle of the chat. Again, there's a lot at play here for the Jets. If they lose to Buffalo, they get the number 2 overall pick. Also, in the same window of 4 o'clock on Sunday Night Football, you're rooting for the Ravens to beat the Steelers and the Lions to beat the Bears. That will make your Colts pick that the Jets own 15th overall. Halfback draw, diddle up the middle, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet. Good Lord have mercy. And there's a fumble, and the Jets recover it in the end zone. We'll see if the Bills' running back was down. The Jets may have a turnover from Jermaine Johnson. Wait a second here. A massive gash run. The refs are calling it down by contact here. Let's take another look. And yes, Ray Davis was definitely down. So no fumble. Sorry, Jermaine Johnson, who dived on that ball in the end zone. Definitely, upon further review, it appears. Let's get another look at this. Yeah, elbow down for Ray Davis. So no fumble on the play where the Jets recovered. Massive gain, though, there by one Ray Davis, who ran it up for 21 yards. And no, Malachi Moore, it appears the elbow was down here from that perspective. And Jets had a clear recovery, but it appeared that Ray Davis had his elbow down. So that will be a no-go there. They called the flag on the play as well, which brought it all the way back anyway. 2nd and 20 for Buffalo at the 37-yard line, and they throw it over the middle to Gabe Davis, and incomplete. By the way, the penalty on that one was holding on that big run. So holding on that big running play brought it all the way back there. So incomplete. Mitchell Trubisky was looking for Gabe Davis. Buffalo has a 7-0 lead. It's 3rd and 20 for Buffalo. 13:34 remaining here in the second quarter. Bills lead 7 squat. Bills 11 wins, Jets 3 wins. 11-5 for Buffalo, 3-13 for the Jets. Mitchell Trubisky shotgun set. The Bills are sort of in field goal range. It depends. They've had a lot of kicker problems this season. Mitchell Trubisky throws it over the middle. Quick dump off to Ty Johnson, who breaks a tackle. He's at the 30, the 25, dives out to the 23-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but we'll see if the Bills decide to go for it or not. Wait a second. There's a late flag on the play. Let's check on this. Check on this here on the potentially the Jets here. Okay, let's take a gander here. AG shaking his head. That can't be a good sign. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. That'll be an automatic first down. Wow. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're showing the replay that is as clear as day on that face mask there. Undisciplined monster. All right, the Bills have a fresh set of downs now. It's 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Oh, boy. There we go. Man, the Bills are just there's a bunch of backups in. Where are the Jets' pride here? I mean, they've got backups in, but yeah, boy. All right. Well, shotgun set here for Mitchell Trubisky. They're at the 11.5-yard line here. Handoff up the middle. And that appears to be Ray Davis gaining a couple there. A nice run there from Ray Davis. Okay, for 4 yards. Okay, here we go. 12:53 and ticking here in the second quarter. Bills lead 7-0. We have nearly 1,000 people in the room. Unbelievable. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe here on YouTube. Appreciate you. And again, we're one subscriber away from 8,270 subscribers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, baby. We have daily New York Jets video shows. I do a New York Jets talk show every morning, plus these live watch parties. Mr. Trubisky under center, 2nd and 6. Play action. Throws it out to the right. Joshua Palmer. Nice tackle there by Jasir Taylor. Man, Joshua Palmer had an angle there. It looked like he might have been able to get some yak, but Jasir Taylor with a great tackle, great closeout tackle there. Palmer was wide open, and it looked like he was about to turn up the field, but good form tackle. That's teach tape. That's what we tell the kids. That's some teach tape right there. 3rd and 6 for Buffalo. Under 12 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. The clock is ticking. Bills lead 7-0. 3rd and 6. Bills milking that clock. Juicy, juicy. Nip, nap, nip, nap. Pistol set here. Oh, there's a wildcat formation. Ty Johnson rolls out to the right side, and he walks it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jets were unprepared for the razzle-dazzle from Buffalo, and former Jet Ty Johnson moonwalks into the end zone, wide open. Bills lead 13-0, extra point pending. Wow. That was a little too easy as Ty Johnson gets the tutty from 6 yards out. Good blocking. And, untouched into the end zone. Wow. Oh, boy. This one could get out of hand with the Bills' backups. Go figure. Here we go. But Jet fans, if you're rooting for the greater good, well, extra point is good. Again, Bills have had extra point problems. So that's never a guarantee, that's for sure. But there you have it. Now Bills lead 14-0 over the New York Jets. Here as we update the scorecard for those watching on YouTube, which we appreciate. Again, like the video, hit subscribe. There you go. 14-0 lead for Buffalo. Let's go to the phone lines here. We've got Hop on top here. Pop?
Hey, now. Hey, I just wanted to quickly call in, and I'll tell you the biggest need for the Jets going into 2026 is someone that can evaluate a quarterback. You watch these games today, and on this week of all weeks, you see Ewers or whatever, the last quarterback drafted from Miami.
Yeah, Texas. The Texas
last check, he was 8 for 9 throwing the ball around. Riley Leonard lighting it up for the Colts.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Shadur Sanders, Jackson Dart. All these are people the Jets passed on.
Sure.
Right? They decided not to draft a quarterback. We need somebody that can evaluate talent, build a quarterback room like the Giants had this year. Now, doesn't sound like a success story, but that wasn't their problem. Their problem, other than starting Russell Wilson, they had depth in the quarterback room. Any of those three were better than anything the Jets had. And so that we need an evaluator that could evaluate the quarterback talent. That's all I wanted. It really stands out to me today. All these players, and not even to mention like Mitchell Trubisky was on the trade block, could have scooped him up. I'm just saying there's a lot of talent out there. The Jets didn't get any of it at quarterback. It's going to be key for the 2026 campaign.
Yeah, you could be right. The big thing that I talked to Rich Cimini about with our interview a couple of days ago, and I'm glad to see other reporting seeming to confirm that AG's coming back. So with him coming back, you want some changes to the offensive staff, guys that have had a successful track record of developing quarterbacks. And it looks like the Jets are looking in those waters to add to the team, which that encourages me because people say, hey, what makes you feel confident? I'm like, well, hiring a few more guys would make me feel confident. And it seems like they're trending in that direction. Let's see who those names are.
All right. Well, let's go Coffee Club. By the way, $10 at Coffee Club. Let's get 1,000 people to buy them right freaking now.
Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Appreciate you, Pop, for calling in. Yes, we do have 1,000 people in the room, which is incredible. Thank you to everyone who apparently has a glutton for punishment of watching a beatdown, for God's sakes. Let's go back to the phone lines here. We have Alon on the channel. Alon.
First of all, congratulations to my man Tanner McKee with the touchdown pass today. God
Oh,
bless him.
nice. Okay,
Yep.
good. Okay, great. Keep us posted on him, by the way.
With the report, I'm actually watching. I'm watching some of the Jets, but I'm actually watching the Lions game. They're playing pretty hard today. I'm very impressed. For a
Oh,
team
good,
that has
because
nothing
that
to
would be
play
good
for.
for us.
Yeah, they're up 6-0.
Okay,
So
nice.
with Schefter confirming that that Aaron's coming back, I think Woody's in this really bad predicament, because I'm telling you one thing: if they lose again by 4 touchdowns, there will be calls to his cell phone throughout the night that says, you know what, fans are not coming back. The building will be empty next year if you bring this guy back. And with the report that Connor Rogers came out with, that a lot of these agents are steering clear of the Jets.
Oh, I missed that report. I guess I got to
He
check
said
that out.
he said he actually received intel that a lot of these agents of draft picks do not want their players to go to the Jets.
Oh my God, that's damning. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, when I have more time, I'm gonna have to see that report. Wow, yeah.
So that's eye-opening as well. So
yeah,
the problem is Woody doesn't have that right-hand guy to talk to about this, because he's not going to talk to Spielman, because Spielman was involved in the
what about
agent
Jaime?
hiring. And there's nobody he can talk to. And unfortunately, he's going to be in a situation where here's the problem, and it's similar to what happened with Saleh. I still believe in the back of Woody's mind, there's some semblance of thought of firing Glenn. And if you have that thought in your head a little bit, I'm not saying like 50%, I'll say if you have a 20% thought process of firing a coach, you should just fire him.
And I agreed with you when you said that earlier. And I agree. If there was any strong hint, I don't mean 1%, that's not enough. But if there's like an absolute chunk, 5, 10, 15, 20%, then I agree. You rip off the Band-Aid. The Judy Batista report would suggest there is zero of that. That he hasn't wavered, and quite frankly, he hasn't wavered at all season, apparently, according to Judy's report from earlier. And I'm like, great, because you want conviction. Either we need to get rid of AG, this is clearly not the guy, or I'm Woody. I 100% believe in AG. He's going to fix this. The middle shit is where all kinds of trouble can happen if he's only halfway in, because that's what happened at the end of the Robert Saleh tenure. So that was an encouraging update to me from Judy.
And what I said earlier might ring true, and it will be such a black eye to the organization. If Dante Moore knows that it's the Jets and the Raiders at 1-2, he might just say, fuck it, I'm going back to school. And you know what that will say about the Jet organization? It would be a laughing stock. It's already a laughing stock. It would be next level laughing stock if that happens.
That would hurt. That'd be painful.
And I wouldn't want the Jets to reach out to a Ty Simpson. Okay, it's a 2 quarterback class. You got to draft one of them, and if one of them doesn't come out, you're fucked. And then
that is it. Yeah.
But again, Woody has to realize that I think people are a little fed up. His team. I understand today they're basically they're fielding an XFL team pretty much.
Yeah.
But players, veterans who have been on this team for a couple of years are quitting on the coach. Okay. If you have an opportunity to talk to these guys in exit interviews like Jermaine or Will, or I bet you those guys are like, I don't want to deal with this guy anymore. And that's a major issue.
That would be a major issue if that was the case. And Alon will check back in with you. Jets game getting back underway here. Brady Cook under center, flips it over to the left side. John Mechie III for a gain of 3, which, by the way, is the first positive passing yards from this game. So, Brady, nice. 3 passing yards. Woohoo! There we go, Brady. Oh, 2. They took one off. Sorry. Apparently, John Mechie stepped out of bounds. So, 2nd and 8 now. He has 2 passing yards. Way to go, Brady. Nice. Jets are down 14-0, but the offense is out there. Brady Cook under center. By the way, during the kickoff, Jeremy Ruckert appeared to get thumbed in the eye. He's in the blue medical tent, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Handoff up the middle to, I believe it's Khalil Herbert. And you may hear me say throughout this broadcast, I believe it's this guy, I believe it's that guy, because we have a lot of new. That is Khalil Herbert. All right, I was correct. All right, way to go, Paul. Nice. Pat on the back. Khalil Herbert. Nice. All right, 3rd down here for the Jets. right, Jeremy Rucker. Yeah, you got some water splashed in the eye to try to fix this eye issue. It's 3rd and 3 here for the Jets. 10:42 and ticking here. Here we go. Then Bills lead 14-0. Yeah, Jeremy Rucker got thumbed in the eye. Really? It looked like his eyes got raked. Jets have not converted a 3rd down in this game. Perhaps this is numero uno, baby. Shotgun set for Brady Cook. Khalil Herbert to his left. 3rd and 3 here. Brady Cook handoff to Khalil Herbert. Right up the middle. And first down. Jets, way to go, Khalil. Yeah. Herbert. That's a first down. Jets. Jets, baby. Huh? Way to go, Herbie! Herbie! Yeah! 1st and 10 for the Jets. Their first 3rd down conversion today. 9:54 and ticking. Brady Cook under center. Here we go. Khalil Herbert is alone back behind him. 1st and 10. John Mechie motioning left to right. Play action. Brady Cook rolling out to his right. And wait, let's see. Brady Cook moving around, dives forward. Nice little scramble there for old Brady. Nice 2nd down and mid. 9:32 and ticking. Nice little scramble there from old Brady Cook. Didn't see anything he liked. Juked past some pressure, and Brady Cook. All right, Brady. There you go. Gain of 5 on the scramble. Love to see it, Brady. All right, Brady immediately back. Shotgun set. Handoff to Khalil Herbert. Nice little gain. It's going to be 3rd and short as Khalil Herbert dives forward. Very nice. Nice. A gain of 3 on the play. Here we go. 3rd down here for the Jets. They're down 14-0. 8:58 and ticking. 3rd and 2 officially. Here we go. Jeremy Rucker is back into the game after getting, again, raked in the eyes like a wrestling match. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2, 8:46 and ticking here for the Jets. Okay, watch out for the run up the middle. Brady Cook, shotgun set. Khalil Herbert to his left. And the handoff up the middle to Khalil Herbert. Ooh, I think he's short of the sticks. It's going to be inches, 4th and inches for the Jets. 4th and inches. If I'm the Jets, go for it, baby. That's the only way. Show some chutzpah. You're on the road. Challenging atmosphere. Yeah, freaking go for it, baby. 8:13 and ticking, and the Jets will. 4th and 1. Down 14-0. Here we go. 8:08 and ticking. Jets huddle up. They're getting ready for this. They're 17 for 38 on 4th down conversions this season. Could this be the 18th 4th down conversion of the season? All right, shotgun set. Don't love that on 4th and inches, but all right. Brady Cook, speed option to the left, flips the ball forward. What in the world? Oh, God. That was the most, and AG's just shaking his damn head. What the hell was that? Oh, dear God. What was the, and then he got tackled, and then he just threw the ball forward, which is incomplete. It appeared supposed to be a speed option, but it was anything but. Look. All right, anywho, let's go to the phone lines here. We got our boy Brick City Jets.
Hey, what's up, BG? What was that, man? What was that? What was that? Shotgun, speed option. What was that? I mean, but hey, the tank is on. That's the only positive thing I can say. The tank is on. Do you know the score of the Raiders game right now?
Oh, let's get an update on that. For us, it doesn't really matter anymore, but just for giggles, let's see. Yeah, they already clinched the number 1 overall pick, unfortunately. It is tied 3-3 in the middle of the 2nd quarter. But yes, that game no longer matters to us, unfortunately.
So if they win or lose, they're still getting the number 1 pick?
100%. Yep,
there goes Fernando Mendoza dreams. Us Jet fans can't get nothing, can we? It's already 4 days in the new year, and we still getting crapped on by the football gods. Joe Namath, why did you have to sell your soul so many years ago?
Yeah, I'm sure Bills fans, if they could have sold Jim Kelly's soul, they would have done it for one of those Super Bowls. But hopefully Dante Moore enters the draft, and then we have another quarterback to have. Hopefully,
yeah. I'm hoping that's the scenario. I'm hoping the Raiders do a Raiders thing and pick Dante Moore over Mendoza. I'm hoping, Lord Jesus, make that happen in April. That'd be great. That'd be great. All we can do is pray on it. But hey, Jet fans, it's been a brutal year. it's been brutal. It's been very, very brutal. But hey, I mean, once you hit rock bottom, I know the Jet fans don't want to hear this, but as soon as you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up, baby. So I still got a little bit of hope, that hey, we tanked right. We did our part. We tanked right. So let's hope the other domino effects happen. Let's hope free agency is not bad. Hope it's better than last year's free agency. I hope AG learned this lesson because I feel like his ass is on the hot seat starting next season. I believe so.
Sure.
Do I feel like he's going to get fired Salah style mid-season? No, I don't think so. But if he have another year like this, yeah, it's over for him. And I like AG, and I want to root for AG, but this has been embarrassing, beyond embarrassing, beyond embarrassing. I mean, I don't want to. And my word to Woody Johnson is this: how much embarrassing can it get when you have opposing your ops coming into the big refrigerator / big air conditioner known as MetLife Stadium, which I've been calling it Jet Life Stadium?
Yeah.
And how long can you tolerate this? Because Patriot fans, Dolphin, especially in the division, yuck.
Yeah.
I hate Bills Mafia. Let those retards, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know if we can say that nowadays. Let those low IQ idiots up in Buffalo jump through tables and barbed wire all they want to. Like, I can't stand, you know how I feel about Boston, period. I hate everything Boston, and I hate Miami. And it's our time now. I'm tired of the Giants every 30 years getting a quarterback. I'm tired of the same old crap happening over and over and over again. It's time for us Jet fans to let Woody Johnson know, hey, wake up, smell the coffee, get your crap together. We need to have a winning, sustainable organization. Because, I mean, you know, because I'm tired of like certain organizations get more respect than us, and I'm sick of it. I can name like maybe 5 right now that gets more respect than the Jets. The Browns, the Lions are another one. Yeah, they're winning now, but they was way worse. 0-16, 0-17 many moons ago. I haven't forgotten about that, but still they get more respect than the Jets. The Chargers, who never won even one Super Bowl, gets more respect than the Jets. Houston is another one. Yeah, they're winning the last 3 years. I mean, winning cures all. But as a franchise, they've been way worse than the Jets. So, you know, and Arizona Cardinals is another one, way worse than the Jets. So I don't want to hear all this media. I'm tired of the media putting us down. F the media. You know, us Jet fans, we got to stick together, BG. We got to stick together. We got to stick together. And I got to get back to work. But hey, man, it's been a fun ride, BG. So I'll catch you around. I'll catch you around draft season, my brother.
I'll be here. Appreciate you, Brick. Thank you so much. Let's catch you guys up on the Jets game here. Unbelievable. Mitchell Trubisky found Gabe Davis for 18 yards and Reggie Gilliam, their fullback tight end, for 22 yards. And the Bills are moving and grooving. 2nd and 7. They're up 14-0. They're in the red zone from the 8-yard line. Quick throw over to Gabe Davis, who hauls in the catch. It's going to be 3rd and short. The Bills are slapping around the Jets right now. They're getting everything and anything, and the Bills seem on the verge of scoring a touchdown here. Oh, my goodness. Again, this is getting out of hand. These are the Bills' backups. It seemingly doesn't matter. But again, if you're a Jets fan, you want to see the bigger picture here, potentially. And, it's yuck. It's a 3rd and 1 right now. 3rd and 1 for Buffalo. Mitchell Trubisky under center. He's calling an audible here. Maybe do a run play with all this Jets holiness. And actually rolls out to the right. Play action. Ray Davis. Touchdown. Ray Davis to the right side. Play action. Boot out to the right. Ray Davis walks right into the end zone. 20-0 Buffalo with their backups in. Absolutely as embarrassing as you can get for the Jets. 4:58 remaining here in the second quarter. And they're up 20-0. Extra point pending. Again, the Bills have had kicker problems. So shout out to Jamin Sherwood. He almost got a fumble out here on Ray Davis. He did help him get into the end zone because Ray Davis's body went on top of Sherwood's body, which gives them a touchdown. But he did almost punch the ball up for a 4th fumble. But close and hand shoes and grenades and all that jazz. Up officially. There you go. It's 21-0 lead for Buffalo with their backups against the Jets in Week 18. Well, the Jets are doing what you people wanted out in the audience with all the tanking, I guess. So congratulations. All right, back to the phone lines. Frankie.
Hey, this is a phenomenal improvement, BG. Usually it takes the opposing team only one quarter to get 21 points. The Bills, man, they waited until almost the end of the second quarter. This is
That's a good
fucking
point.
phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm seeing trying to put Hooker in the comments section, so people are ready for some
This
Hooker
is
action.
this is a fucking joke, this team.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this isn't. I think was it Aladdin that said XFL team? This is a
Yes.
freaking D3 college team.
Oof.
We can't
Tough.
stop anything. We can't throw. What the hell was that play that Brady Cook had?
That was tough to explain. I don't know
I
what
mean,
I assume it was supposed to be a speed option, but it was executed
I mean,
horribly.
I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Give AG another chance. I at this point don't give a shit. I don't care. Clear the whole freaking team, the whole coaching staff. This could be the worst team that I have ever seen, and I'm 61 years old. And that includes the Adam Gase teams and the Rich
Wow.
Cote team.
That's a bad
At least
team
those
then.
games are close. Every damn game is 21-0 before we can blink an eye.
Yep. Yep. And we're once again
I
there.
mean,
So yeah.
the only thing good is, hey, pitchers and catchers show up in about, I don't know, 4 weeks.
that's
I
true.
have nothing else to look forward to. This is ridiculous. Okay. I got my Yankees to look forward to because I mean, okay, we got the second pick. Okay,
Yeah, if we lose,
we
yeah.
need an entirely new team.
Well, we're gonna have the money and draft picks, hopefully, to do so, Frankie. So we'll check back in with you. Bills are up 21-0. Jets are back on offense. Jets sweep out to Arian Smith. Hey, an Arian Smith appearance. Jets sweep for 2 yards. All right. There you go. Chip. Huh? Chip. There you go. We have over 1,000 people in the room. I'm blessed. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuning in. My name is Boy Green. We host these live watch party and play-by-plays for every Jets game of the season. We also host a morning Jets talk show you guys can tune into. That's called Boy Green Daily at 7:30 every morning here on YouTube. Make sure, by the way, we're one subscriber away. The last time I checked, from 8,270 subscribers. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Help us surge over that total. Brady Cook drops back, throws it over the middle to John Mechie, and it hit him right in the chest and then right on the turf. He dropped it. Oof. Yuck. God, the Jets can't even do the most basic things right. 3rd and 8 immediately here for the Jets. 4:11 remaining here in the first half. This is we've heard XFL Division 3. Like, this is an XFL effort being put out here by the Jets here in Week 18. The Bills' backups are in, and they're beating the piss out of us. We're getting pistol whipped by the Bills' backups. Yeah, boy. All right, 3rd and 8. Let's see what the Jets have cooked up. Tanner Engstrand. Brady Cook shotgun set. Halfback toss to the left to Khalil Herbert. Now, normally I don't call a halfback toss on 3rd and 8, but it looks like they got him a first down, or it's going to be 4th and inches. Wow, all right. Whatever works, I guess. Yeah, they're going to call it 4th and inches here. If I'm AG, I might throw the challenge flag here. I think that was a first down, but not sure if AG's going for the challenge flag. So 4th and inches, Jets will go for it here. Here we go. All right. Brady Cook under center. May try a QB sneak, maybe. 4th and inches. He does. Launches forward. That's a Jets first down. Way to go, Brady. Nice job, Brady. Nice QB sneak there. Hey, there you go. Keep the chains moving. Brady Cook, nice. Good patience there from Brady Cook on the QB sneak. Not immediately just hiking the ball and plowing forward. Evaluate and say, oh, there's a gap. Boom. Dive forward. There you have it. It's a second first down of the game for the Jets. Bills have 15 first downs, for context. 3 minutes and ticking here in the second quarter. Brady Cook play action, rolls out to his right. Andrew Beck drops it. God. Andrew Beck hit him right in the mitts. Didn't matter. Came crashing down the earth's surface. Man, this Jets team is just ugly. Ugly. Disgusting. Jets are losing 21-0. 2:56 remaining here in the first half. and everyone has a case of the dropskis. It's just not ideal. Not ideal. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 here for the Jets. 2:56 remaining. Shotgun set here for Brady Cook. He has 2 passing yards in the first half. 2. Handoff to Khalil Herbert, who dives forward out to around the 40-yard line. Nice gain of 4 or so. How does Brady Cook have 2 passing yards? 2? This is an NFL game, for God's sakes. Oh, boy. Not great. Not great at all. Punting from the rough so far. Yeah. Punting from the rough. We'll see if we can get some more yardage here from old Brady. 3rd and 6 here from the 40-yard line. All right, 2:17 and ticking. Jets up snap the ball before the 2-minute warning. Brady Cook throws it to the left side. Hey, John Mechie III, the biggest chunk of the game. 1st and 10 for the Jets. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, here we go. Some signs of life for Brady Cook, who now has 13 passing yards. There you go. Found old John Mechie there for a gain of 11. From 2 passing yards to 13 passing yards. Hey. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Carl's up next. Carl?
Hey, Boy Green, how you doing?
Happy holidays.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. I'm going to be a little delusional about this whole thing.
All right.
Here's what here's my new take on this.
Okay.
Aaron Glenn was hired.
Yep.
I know he walked up to the podium and we're built for this shit and all of that.
Yeah.
But that's before he knew what he had.
Right. That's true.
Okay. And that's what and he believed he could do something with this team.
Uh-huh.
And fast forward, lose 7 games in a row. I think him and Moogie said, you know what? These are not our guys. We cannot win with these people. So they traded Sauce and they traded Quint Williams. So they got a bunch of capital. And I think after that, they just decided these are not the guys we're going to win with. We're just going to play it out. And, the quarterbacks were a shit show. And then they put I think they put Brady, they put Cook in. He's guaranteed to lose the game for you.
It feels that way.
I mean, really, I think you could put anybody in there that'd be better than him. So I think that they just kind of, after the 7th game when they made that trade, they just packed this year in and they said, look, I know we're going to take a lot of shit, but, give us all this ammunition that we've got going to the offseason. We know what we want. We know what kind of players we want. And that's what I'm going to believe. And it may be delusional, but I'm going to believe that until next year, until the offseason.
I like it, Carl.
Instead of just criticizing him constantly.
Yeah,
I know he deserves it, but, I don't think we're smarter than them. I don't think we are. So let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it. Carl, I'll swing back to you here as we're getting the game back here. By the way, shout out to Troy Sturgis with a super chat, baby. Here we go. Thank you, Troy. Thank you.
Wow.
Every time I get a super chat here from my daughter, Soraya Luna. Thanks for all the all season of play-by-play. Thank you, Troy. And to Carl's point, the Jets rolled over and they're accomplishing their tanking, which is getting the number 2 pick. Now we got to see if they can get it right. If, of course, they lose this game. They're currently down 21-0. Brady Cook rolls out to the right, flips it to the direction of Adonai Mitchell, but it's dropped. Just hitting the outstretched hands of one Adonai Mitchell. But yeah, the Jets did roll over, I think, halfway through the season, and they are taking a lot of shit, but they're tanking into this position where if they lose, they have the number 2 overall pick. They're going to have $70 million in cap space, if not more, with other moves that they can make. So the Jets are going to be in a position to turn it around with money, draft picks, everything. It's just about getting those things right, of course. 2nd and 10, Brady Cook, halfback draw to Khalil Herbert. Up the middle, dives forward to midfield. Under 2 minutes remaining here in this game. Thank you again to our guy, Troy Sturgis. We'll put that towards your raffle ticket total. Keep those super chats and memberships flowing, everybody. Again, this is our prize pack, an overflowing prize pack. We got our mint flip coin from the Jets season, Jets polo, Jets rivalry hat, Woody tailgate package, and the brand new items from our Boy Green merch shop, which includes a brand new coffee mug and a brand new Coffee Club t-shirt. Shotgun set here for Brady Cook. He throws it over to the left side, wide open to Isaiah Williams. That's a first down, another conversion on 3rd and 6. Nice connection from Brady Cook to Isaiah Williams, our team MVP this season, who didn't start the year with the Jets and got cut in the middle of the season, and now he's contributing at wide receiver. I think Isaiah Williams is going to be a nice little player for the Jets. He's under contract for next season, and he's a restricted free agent after that season. So Isaiah Williams is going to be a nice little player for the Jets. Nice little find here. For the NYJ. Like Isaiah Williams. I like the cut of his jib. 1st and 10 here for the Jets. Isaiah Williams got out of bounds on that play, so 1:15 remaining here in the first half. Jets are in field goal range, but they're down 3 touchdowns. So that may not be the thought process. Brady Cook rolling, moving, and sacked. Sacked right there. Buffalo gets it. And then the tomahawk celebration, normally for Jermaine Johnson. It's appeared to be TJ Sanders. 2nd-round draft choice for Buffalo with the Sackapalooza. And let's see. Buffalo had a 4-man rush. 2nd and 17, loss of 7 on that sack. Brady Cook throws it over to the left side to Isaiah Williams, who dives down and makes the catch at about the 41-yard line. 3rd down here for the Jets. Clock is rolling. They do have 3 timeouts. I'd probably use one of them if I were them. And it seems like they did. Excellent. Their first charge timeout of the half. Still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. It's going to be 3rd and 13 here for the Jets. 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Maybe they'll give them a second or 2 back to operate with. We'll see what happens. But, as we have this quick little break here, just to go back to Carl's point, to me, the constant and let me say this. I get it. This Jets season is 3-13. If they lose to Buffalo, as it looks like they're going to lose, they're 3-14, one of the worst seasons in Jets history. And I get why there's negativity. I don't want people to make up optimism when there's not optimism to be had, right? Like, they stink and they deserve the criticism that they're getting. But me as a Jets fan, I want to hear, like, okay, how do we turn this around? This season was a dumpster fire, and it sucked to go through on a week-to-week basis what the hell was going on here. But, what can we do to flip it? What can we do? So that's what I'm looking for as a Jets fan. 3rd and 14 here. Brady Cook. Again, they're at the 41-yard line here. They're maybe in field goal range, sort of, but they could use a few more yards to get even closer. Brady Cook drops back. Bills are bringing extra heat. Brady Cook throws it over the middle. Incomplete. 4th and 14. So Nick Folk could attempt either to tie or just above the longest field goal of his career, or the Jets will go for it. The ball was deflected to the line of scrimmage for the intended target, which would have been Isaiah Williams, who was open. He did have tight coverage on his keister. The Jets will punt? What? All right, I guess. You're going to punt from the 41-yard line down 3 touchdowns? All right. That's a choice. Austin McNamara with the boot. I'm not sure what that decision is hard to explain here. And nice job by Arian Smith. He's going to pin it at the 1-yard line. Kene Nguanu with the hold. I think that was Arian Smith who saved that ball. Nice special teams play there. The Jets, the best unit on special teams this season has been their special teams. Yeah, that was Arian Smith. Beautiful save. Wonderful job. And nice job by Kene Nguanu, who nearly goes into the end zone. That is down to the 1-yard line. Beautiful job by the Jets special teams unit. Wow. That was spectacular. Get another look at this from Arian. He definitely saved it. Did Kene dip his toe down? I don't think so. I think that's going to be Bills have it at the 1-yard line. So nice job by the Jets, but with 2 timeouts, they can't get the ball back unless the Bills throw. 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line here. Bills are up 21-0. I imagine they're just going to, they hand it off up the middle. and they gain 2 or 3. Jets can immediately call a timeout, I suppose, or they're going to let it bleed out the half. Nope, they are going to try. Okay, so a timeout for the Jets. 16 seconds remaining here in the first half. The only problem with the strategy is you blew a timeout already, so you don't have enough time to get it back. So I don't understand this by the Jets, but now they're going to put a few more seconds back on the clock. 19 seconds left in the first half. Yeah, I don't get what the Jets are doing here because the Bills can run it on this play on 2nd and 7 to go 3rd and 5, let's just say. Jets use their last time out. They run it again, then the half is over. So all right. AG's going to have to explain that one after the game. I'm not sure what was the thought process there. All right. I mean, unless you're just hoping the Bills fumble it or something. I don't know what other reason. That's bizarre. Okay. Mitchell is set to kneel it now. And the Jets can call this timeout for shits and giggles. We'll see if they will. And they won't. So now we go to half. Okay. All right, that was weird. All right, anywho, Bills are up 21-0 as we head to halftime. Well, the phone lines are open. That's a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25 if you'd like to call in. I was very weirded out by what AG's purpose of doing that was. But all right, anywho, let's go to the phone lines. We'll start off with our boy Devin, DNY for life.
What's good, BG? How you doing, brother?
Hey, not too shabby, I guess.
Good to talk to you in the 2026 year. Hey, man, I don't know what that was either. What AG was doing just now, man. Sometimes I don't like stuff like that because then it makes it even harder to try to
defend,
remain a truther. I'm not. It's not. I don't know. I guess it's viewed as being a truther, but I'm just simply. My thought process is simply like, this is intolerable. If this was year 2, like this would not be acceptable.
For sure, right?
You know what I mean? Like, so, but you deserve to get to year 2. Let me see what you're doing for year 2. And then for those people that are like, well, I mean, I don't enjoy going down 3 scores, but it's their backups against our 3rd strings and 4th strings. So like, it's backups on backups, and I don't, whatever happens, happens. And I'd rather have the number 2 pick and maybe, the Raiders are Raiders and will do what they do and pick the wrong quarterback. And I just, how the irony, I'm going to throw this out in the universe because hopefully if I say it, sometimes I think if I say something, then it won't happen. This one is one of those moments, and I'm hoping that it is not that, right? So
yeah,
in the last few years, a lot of the teams that's picked second has gotten the quarterback right around the time since we jacked it up with Zach Wilson, right? That's how it feels like. It feels like there's been a lot of quarterbacks that went second in the draft that all of a sudden turned out to be really good, So I'm hoping that trend continues because it's kind of like started with us when we picked Zach Wilson number 2. So hopefully we can get that reversed, and hopefully, so my thought is my prayer is that doesn't change. Like whatever quarterback we pick at 2 is the one, and we'll take whatever. I'll take whatever quarterback at 2 as well. I'm not trying to give up too much, if anything, to go to number 1. Even if the Raiders were like, well, look, we can use some more picks. It depends on what that would be.
Yeah, I mean, if the Raiders were open to it, I'd be open to it because I'd love for the Jets to have their pick of whoever they'd prefer of the 2. Now, if they like both, then we don't have to trade, and it's perfect. If Dante Moore enters the class, which again is very much a possibility, then you just get him at 2 and you can build around him, which is what a lot of Jet fans are like, oh, please don't trade up. Well, if you don't have to trade up and you get your guy and have a million picks to build around him, that's the best ideal scenario, hopefully. So fingers crossed, man. That'd be good. But yeah, that number 2 pick thing, Jay Daniels, CJ Stroud, there's a couple guys that hit immediately after we sucked. So that would be great for us to now. Oh, okay. Can we swing that back around now? We get one of those guys, please?
That would be nice. That would be really nice. Bruh. And I just don't understand how people want us to lose, but they want us to not lose by 50. I get that. I don't want that either. I still want to lose, but I don't want to lose by 50 and be embarrassed. This is embarrassing. But then I got to look at the perspective, and I got to look at who's on the field. Other than our starting O-line, which is amazing to have the same offensive line start the entire year. I would actually take all of them out right now. I'd just be like, you know what? Point proven. You guys started and played the whole year. Let's just let the backups in for everybody else, just for the purpose of us making sure nobody else gets hurt. That we get to start the year off with you all, except for John Simpson, because I would rather give AVT a contract and put him in left guard and say bye-bye John Simpson, because I think while AVT is always getting hurt, I get that, but like his upside surpasses John Simpson, is like it dwarfs John Simpson. So I think that would be something that I would rather see. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to me, unfortunately, because of all the injuries, we're already not like I would have loved to see Mason Taylor out, Francisco Mauigoa out. I'm trying to think of everybody. Azaria Thomas out. Like all of our youngsters are a lot of them are destroyed. The players that are playing right now, I know that there is a Jets logo on the side of their helmet, but I don't know how many of these guys are going to be here next year. Raheem Blackshear, Khalil Herbert. Who the hell are these people? I just like, we're like, woo, Jets. Jets. Woo. Who are they? Who are these guys? I have no
That's
idea.
exactly why I can't get upset, BG. That's why I can't get upset. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. Like, who are you? Like, so, but anyhow, man, I'm just gonna sit back and hopefully, nothing crazy happens. We don't have Hooker comes in and just start throwing slinging some stuff around and want to make this a close game. I will be good if we score like another 14 points, but just as long as we stay a touchdown behind, that's what I want. Like that would be my ideal. So
there you go.
But being blown out is fine too. I don't care. I just get blown out. I don't care. I don't really care. Just give me my number 2 pick. I appreciate that now. All right, brother.
All right, thanks, Devin. Appreciate you, man. And yes, I would just say this: if anyone sees this game and goes, AG must be fired. Look at the players they're trotting out. Like if your opinion was one thing and then this game pushes you a different direction, this game should not push you a different direction. It's embarrassing to lose by 14 plus right now, or a 21. You're losing 21-0. Excuse me, to the Bills backups. That's embarrassing, but that shouldn't change your perspective on whether or not you were for AG or were not for AG. By the way, a couple of super chats coming in here. Let me get to everybody here. Joe the Jet. 6550 here on the program. Let's go to Joe next.
Wow.
How are people defending Glenn, by the way? Please, Dante Moore declare. On the please, Dante Moore declare, 100%. That's great news for the Jets if he declares, especially with, again, Jets lose today, get the number 2 overall pick. That's good news for business. Speaking of good news for business, by the way, the scoreboard around the league that you care about, the Lions are beating the Bears 13-0. Why does that matter? Because if the Lions win today, they improve to 9-8. The Colts pick stays ahead of them. So you're rooting for 2 more things tonight that have nothing to do with the Jets. Lions beat the Bears and the Ravens beat the Steelers. The Jets will have the 15th overall pick from the Colts. So again, hear that, folks. You want 2 results tonight. Lions to beat the Bears, who are currently winning 13-0 at halftime, and you want the Ravens to beat the Steelers. First off, you probably want the Ravens to beat the Steelers anyway, because Jet fans, you want to hear, Aaron Rodgers is in the playoffs, and you're not. Do you want to hear that? Probably not anyway. So again, other draft pick stuff to help you with that 15th overall. So keep that in mind, folks, throughout today, things to root for. How are people defending Glenn? It's hard to root for him today. Again, the bizarre first half, they're like, what? Punting from your 41-yard line, even with the spectacular job your special teams did, that only makes sense if you had 3 timeouts and you could force the ball back. You had 2 timeouts, so the Bills were able to knee it out. So like that whole, so you just wave the white flag. I don't give a shit if it's 4th and 1,000,000. You're down 21-0. You gotta try for the touchdown. So that's sort of silly. It's hard to do. It's hard to explain. Joe, to be honest with you. Another super chat here. Golden super chat from Big Country, baby.
Wow.
By the way, Joe, you got a raffle ticket to our contest. You're $1 away from another raffle ticket. We got Big Country here with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Big Country. BG, how confident are you with Glenn coaching the way he has and our quarterback coach that was a running backs coach in college, and we don't even know who we're going to have for a D-line coach? Okay, a couple of things here. First off, how confident am I with Glenn coaching the way he has? Again, with situations like in the end of the half, which have nothing to do with your players, it's just you making decisions. Those are hard to defend. I can't lie. The double Hail Mary thing earlier this year was stupid. He's made a lot of those mistakes. I can't defend that. Now, the quarterback coach thing, that's the same thing I told Rich Samini. Our quarterback's coach name is Charles London. he is technically a quarterback coach by title, but he's a former college running back, and he was a running backs coach forever, NFL, college, and then just 4 years ago, he's like, you know what? I'm a quarterback coach, and he got hired as such, and he's sort of been a quarterback coach the last couple of years. He doesn't give me a lot of confidence in the quarterback infrastructure of the offensive staff. So if I'm AG, one of the first things I'm doing is I think I'm keeping Tanner. He showed some flashes this year, but I want to surround him with some better people. And I'd fire Charles London or reassign him to somewhere else in the building if you want to fire the guy, and bring somebody else in with some gravitas that successfully developed quarterbacks. So that would be one of my big things to get. I'd get a quarterback coach. What was the other thing? Who are we going to have for our D line coach? Again, that's I'm not saying that's not important, but I imagine Eric Washington, who's currently the defensive line coach, I imagine he's going to go. Rich Amini said he's a Steve Wilkes guy, so they're probably going to flush out most of the defensive staff, to be honest. Aaron Curry, he's going to be gone like the wind, and so they're going to blow up the team, in both players and by coaching staff. So how confident am I in the way that Coach Glenn is coaching right now? Not confident at all. Obviously, they're 3-13 and on their path to 3-14. The quarterback coaching, I agree with. They're going to fix that. I think they're going to hire somebody here in the offseason. The D-line coach, again, they're going to blow up the entire defense. I think the most important hires, of course, defensive coordinator, and then there'll be a trickle-down effect based on whoever they hire, getting guys that are like-minded. A name that popped up today I haven't really thought about much, Wink Martindale. He's the Michigan defensive coordinator the last 2 years. When he was last in the NFL in 2023, he led the NFL in takeaways for that Giants defense. They had 18 picks, and I believe it was 13 fumble recoveries. So I like that combination of action, that he can take away the football and he has an aggressive attack style defense. That would be a welcomed change from what we've seen, Big Country. So I appreciate the super chat coming through here. So that's a name that I haven't really thought about a lot. That could make a lot of sense. So they're going to need a really good defensive coordinator. Now, it doesn't have to be experience for me, but that would be my preference. But if you get a young guy with upside, again, we brought up Jim Leonard in the past, that certainly could make some sense. Guys, keep the super chats coming. We have over 1,000 people in the room, which is pretty sweet. Let me do a quick refresh here to see if we surged over it yet. No, we're still one subscriber away from 8,270. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Up next, let's go to, who do we have here? Sean is up next here. What's up, Sean?
Hey, Paul Green. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for calling in, man.
I just wanted to, say, like, this is despicable, man. Like, this coaching staff, I don't know who's defensive back coach. I don't like Eric Glenn. Was it his relationship with them? Like, it's just despicable. Yeah. No, 0 interceptions all year long, even by accident.
Yeah, right.
You should have one.
Yeah, at least, right? Yeah.
Even by accident. If you're a terrible team, it could be like scuffed, or like, the ball could be thrown and it could be bobbled, or like a wide receiver can, like, anything can happen, man. How the fuck does that happen?
That is pretty unbelievable. Yeah. Well, we got a half of football to see if it randomly happens in the second half.
Yeah, but it won't. Because we're the Jets.
Yeah, that's true.
We're cursed.
Yeah.
We have to be cursed. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody slept with a witch, or like they have hex bag in the stadiums.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I see people are commenting in. Jake says, why is everyone so obsessed with this interception issue now? I think we've been obsessed with it all year, Jake, so I guess you haven't been paying attention, but everyone's been obsessed with it. It's been no team in NFL history has ever gone a full season without having a pick. This dates back to 1933, so I think it's been an issue this entire time. Everyone's been talking about it. I don't know what you're – I don't know.
And it matters. It matters.
Yeah.
It's plus, minus ratio. Like – we're probably like what? Minus what?
Oh, and the turnover differential. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. Let me see. I'm probably not going to love this stat that I find out here. What is the Jets' team stats for turnover differential? Oh, this is going to be.
It has to be.
Well, I mean, it's got to be terrible.
Astronomical.
I would assume so. So yeah. So the Jets are. Oh my God, they're negative 19 in turnover differential. The
19.
next closest team, Negative 19, and that's 7 away from the next closest team, which is Washington. God.
You can't win. You can't win like
Definitely
that.
not.
You
Definitely
you
not.
can't win with being which the 28th penalized team. I don't like.
I think they're higher than that, but or lower, whatever way you want to say it. They're bottom. They're still bottom 10 in the league, but they're closer to mediocre than the absolute worst, which is somewhat refreshing. And Sean, we'll check back in with you in a second. The second half kickoff is coming here. Jets get the ball here. Or Isaiah Williams, excuse me, dives down to about the 30-yard line. Yes, so penalties, the Jets have improved. The last 2 years, they were number 1 in the league in penalties, most penalties. This year, they're in the 21 to 23 range. All the games being played right now affects those numbers. So AG has improved the penalties. And again, if people want to champion that or not, that's a dramatic improvement over what it has been. So that's progress for AG for sure. But, not progress is a lot of the crap, unfortunately, that we've seen. Brady Cook had 29 yards passing in the first half. Not good. All right, Brady Cook shotgun set, 1st and 10 here. We'll see if no Hendon Hooker, by the way. They're sticking with Brady Cook here. 1st and 10, 14:53 here in the third quarter. Quick toss out to Khalil Herbert, who breaks a tackle, gains about 5 on the play. Very nice job, Khalil Herbert there. All right, again, Bills lead 21-0. We have over 1,000 people in the room. Shout out to the 1,000. There were 17 passing yards in the first half. Sorry, I just added those passing yards he just got to that number. So there you go. 20 passing yards now for Brady Cook after that one. He's now up to 21, but he was at 17 at halftime. All right, here we go. All right, 2nd and 6 here for the Jets. I formation here. All right, Brady Cook handed off to Khalil Herbert, who breaks a tackle, but then goes out to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down here for the Jets. Maxwell Hairston, the first-round corner out of Kentucky, gets a tackle there for Buffalo on the perimeter. Khalil Herbert looked like he had some momentum there, breaking a tackle in the backfield, but Maxwell Hairston ends up getting him right there at the line of scrimmage, the old LOS. Here we go. Giving us the Maxwell Hairston story. Thank you on old Maxwell. 3rd and 6 here for the Jets. Opening drive in the second half. They're down 21-0. Brady Cook shotgun set here. All right, here we go. Brady Cook drops back, looks over to his left and throws it. Wow, what a catch by Isaiah Williams. Wow, it's going to be 4th down, but that was a beautiful toe drag swag action there from Brady. If you're the Jets, you got to go for this. But Brady Cook throws it. Wow, what a beautiful catch by Isaiah Williams and gets both feet down. Great work. Isaiah, more known for his return prowess this season. It's 4th and inches here for the Jets, but a terrific, beautiful catch. Very nice job by Isaiah Williams here. The Jets are going to go for it here. Brady Cook under center. They're going for it from their own 39.5-yard line. Brady Cook shotgun, quarterback sneak. I don't know if he got there. That might be a turnover on downs. And it is. Brady Cook unsuccessful on his quarterback sneak. Yikes. Ooh. I see. Well, Bills take over. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. 12:49 remaining here in the third quarter. It's getting chippy out there. Getting real chippy. Yeah, Brady Cook just got shoved. There's just nowhere to go. There's a pile of bodies. Dang. There's a late flag on the play. We'll see. This is probably a dead ball foul, but let's see what this is. Yeah, this is so late that I imagine this is after the play is over. So still going to be Bills ball here. Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct on Buffalo. Interesting. 1st down, still Buffalo. There you go. A.J. Epinesa appears to be the victim here. A.J. Epinesa, the defensive end, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on him. So Bills still take over, but now it'll push them back into their own territory here instead of taking over in Jets territory after the 15-yarder. Bills lead 21-0 with 12:49 remaining here in the third quarter. All right, let's answer some context here. Or answer some comments, excuse me. Alon says, I'm shocked this buffoon didn't punt. There you go. Barbara says they didn't even move to get it. J-Boy says, why show fight now? Just embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's sort of over. Again, a lot of these players playing on the team right now are not going to be here next year. Mad Mert says, there have been a number of Jets coaches saying we could correct issues, but they rarely do. Hopefully this is different. Yoham saying top 10 offensive line. Yeah, unfortunately, this offensive line has not performed consistently at a top 10 level. J-Boy says, the Broncos are the most penalized team in the NFL, and I'd love to have that season. Yeah, some teams are good enough to overcome penalties. So, yeah, that's good for Denver. Dr. Cornelius, does Justin Fields still have a sore knee? Well, he's out for the season with this sore knee, so unavailable. NC Green says, BG, you forgot we haven't had a field goal block. Two things on that. Number one, again, if I was AG, that seems like a very embarrassing thing to say, and I wouldn't have said it. Rich Samini provides some context that we have more blocked field goals this season. We have the most blocked field goals in the NFL in 4 years this season. So it is actually a tip of the cap to AG that they have not had a field goal blocked yet, which is nice. But again, that's not one of the first things I would champion, which again is giving a lot of fodder to the people who hate AG's guts to say something stupid. So yes. BG, name the 10 teams the most flags this season. I don't have that immediately in front of me, but we can look that up at a different point as we're coming back here from a TV timeout. Still the real AD. BG, you have to stop touting the improvement in penalties. It's horrible, my guy. Like, leave it alone. I totally disagree. So we're on total opposite ends of this. People, like, anyone saying that it doesn't mean anything, they respectfully, they don't know what they're talking about. Going from 32 to 23 is a seismic improvement for the Jets. That is a 25% jump in the National Football League. So that is a good jump for AG. It was a better jump in the middle of the season. By the way, Raven Davis just broke a bunch of tackles and dives into Jets territory. Massive gash run by Ray Davis there. He gained 14, gashing the Jets defense 1st and 10. But real quick, just on the penalty thing for AG, him improving from 32 to 23 is a 25% jump. So he's improved by 25% on penalties. People like brushing that aside and saying that's not great. Again, they're 3-13. Obviously, not a lot of things have gone right in a 3-13 season. It's one of the worst seasons in Jets history. And if they lose today, as expected, they'll drop to 3-14, which will make it an even worse season in Jets history. But penalties is an improvement that they've had. Bills are up 21-0, 12:04 and ticking. Play action from Mitchell Trubisky. Looks out to his right and then takes a green grass in front and dives out to about the 31-yard line. Nice run there by Mitchell Trubisky. Gain of 9 on the play. Excuse me. NC Green saying that's not dramatic. Then we're going to agree to disagree, folks. A 25% increase. Going from 32 in the National Football League, the Jets were last in penalties or first in most penalties, and then going to 23 is huge progress for AG. Again, you guys can disagree with that if you want, but that's the truth. So AG has improved on the penalty situation. 2nd and 1 here for the Bills. Mitchell Trubisky under center. Fullback trap. There you go. Reggie Gilliam. 1st down, Buffalo. Fresh out of downs. Yeah, so people are asking what they think. Hey, Paul, why are you whatever on the penalties? You're asking me what has AG done. By the way, shout out to Cole Young here at the Super Chat.
Wow.
Cole Young, a member for 15 months. Appreciate you. BG, how do I find this merch shop? It is in the YouTube description down below of every video I've done for like the last week. So if you look down, it says in the YouTube description, like Boy Green merch shop here. Click that and you will see the $10 coffee mug and the $15 t-shirt. So please make sure you guys buy them up. They're dirt cheap prices. And once you guys buy those shirts and mugs, make sure you tag me on social media. I'll repost it. I'll reshare it. I'll add it to my Instagram story, everywhere where you tag me. So how do you guys find the Boy Green merch shop? It's brand new. It's again, right now it's limited to just a shirt and a mug. But if you guys have a resounding response, we'll add more items to it. But for now, we're starting small. But yes, in the YouTube description down below, brand new Boy Green merch shop. Thank you, Cole, and anyone else that's purchased so far. I appreciate that. All right, back to the game here. Richard Trubisky, play action play. Throws it over the middle. Oh, my God, that should have been intercepted by Quincy Williams. Oh, my God, it hit him right in the hands. We're never going to have an interception. That is the third dropped interception of this game. Oh, I think they're showing the last interception, which came from Ashton Davis last season. They are in Week 18, probably. I mean, that hit him right in the hands, Quincy Williams. Oh, dear God. And now it's in their own heads. Like, are we ever going to get an interception? Like, unbelievable. Mitchell Trubisky, shotgun set, handoff, or play action to Ty Johnson. Throws it over to the right side. And Gabe Davis, a first down conversion for Buffalo. Let me keep going down your guys' comments. I'll try to answer these in the middle of the game here. Justin Fields jokes are in here. Yeah, Sadiq from Oregon. He looks fun, but it sounds like he's going to be a first-round pick, so he's probably out of the equation to get Sadiq. Unless you pair him with Mason Taylor and run 2 tight end sets, maybe. I don't know. Luby says we need one more great tight end. I mean, that would be another way to do it for the Jets. Mitchell Trubisky, play action, rolls out to the right, throws it. They're going to call that a catch for Keon Coleman. Wow, a sliding catch at the 1-yard line. The referees are talking about it, though. Oh, they are going to give him the first down. Wow, okay. I didn't know if he got out of bounds there on the Keon Coleman play. Let me take a look here. Yeah, that's a good catch by Keon Coleman. There you go. Very nice catch from Keon. That is a gain of 12 on the play. Keon Coleman went low. He secured the ball, knees down. Yep, that's a catch for Keon Coleman. Yep. Bills lead 21-0. They're about to add to that total. It's first and goal here for Buffalo from the 1-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky under center, and there's a stoppage. Might be a timeout for Buffalo. Yes, that is a timeout. And that is Buffalo's first charge timeout of the half. Yo Home saying, still bottom of the league is huge progress. Right. That's not bottom of the, I mean, 23 is literally not bottom of the league, but all right. It is progress. Yo Holmes should have been Boy Green. Yeah, that should have been a pick by Quincy, but no pick. Keeping the streak alive, as Dean Paparella says, or drought alive, whichever you prefer. Yeah, this is oh boy. MFC says it actually looks like Trubisky's trying to get the Jets an interception, but they just can't. Yeah, maybe. Unbelievable. Mitch Trubisky under center again. Bills are up 21-0. 8:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Halfback or fullback trap by Reggie Gilliam, and we'll see where they mark the forward progress. It looked like a loss of 1, but maybe they're gonna give more to it. We'll see on the fall down there. But yeah, Reggie Gilliam got the fullback trap there. 8:23 and ticking. Clock is rolling here. Buffalo's up 3 touchdowns over the New York Jets, as we've discussed in the past. If the Jets lose today, they will secure the number 2 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Mitchell Trubisky under center. Ty Johnson, former Jet, is in the game at running back. And a fade route to Joshua Palmer, who caught it and then didn't. Nice job. Nice breakup by the Jets defense. Number 39 for the New York Jets with the pass breakup there. They ran a fade route to Joshua Palmer, who had the touchdown, and then it was broken up by 39, which I got to get my Jets roster sheet out here. It's 3rd and goal for Buffalo here. 3rd and goal for Buffalo. Looks like Jarius Monroe, but let me do a quick discount double check on this one. Yeah, we'll see. I'll get that up here in just a second. All right, Mitchell Trubisky rolls out to the left. Nobody there. Throws it back in the end zone. And threw it in the general direction of Keon Coleman. Malachi Moore was back there. Jasir Taylor was back there, but incomplete 4th and goal here for Buffalo. We'll see what they do. There you have it. Yeah, it was Sam Womack. That's why we didn't see it. Sam Womack, a practice squad elevation for the Jets, was the one who had that breakup for the touchdown. Again, Bills lead 21-0, 4th and goal. About halfway through the third quarter here, 7:52 remaining. We'll see what the Bills decide to do here. Go for it or kick a field goal. Kick a field goal that put them up. It'd still technically be 3 scores because that'd be 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So a field goal would still remain, keep the game at 3 scores. Bills are at their own 2-yard line. 4th and goal. It appears they're going to go for it here. Mitchell Trubisky under center. Hikes the ball, play action. Looking to his right, looking to his left. Mitchell Trubisky back in the end zone. And that is a touchdown. Gabe Davis. In the back of the end zone, the Bills go up 4 touchdowns over the New York Jets. Dear Lord. There you have it, folks. Extra point pending. That would make this a 28-0 lead for the Buffalo Bills. And the Jets have not been particularly close at really any point. Again, the solace if you're a Jets fan as well. Might as well just confirm and get your tanking position. Still, it doesn't feel good for a division rival to dog walk you. As Gabe Davis does a dance after his touchdown. Yep. Not good, folks. Not good. Over 1,000 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe here on YouTube. We got people watching all over the place on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Bills go for 2, by the way. Shotgun set here for Mitchell Trubisky. Throws it to the left side of the end zone. Keon Coleman. 2-point conversion good. Let's update the scoreboard. It's now 29-0. Buffalo in front. They're rubbing it in now. And Keon Coleman with the quick toe tap, and that is good. Mitchell Trubisky, Keon Coleman, and Jarius Monroe was in that coverage, and he was unable to push Keon Coleman out of bounds. There you go. 29-0. Yikes. The spread for this game was 7 points. Welp. That's, if folks out there in the audience were looking for a decisive loss, well, I can confirm that appears to be in the cards. Let's go to the phone lines. Devin.
Bro, that was so disrespectful.
Quite.
Like, you up 21, 4th and 1, and you're going to go for it. Then you get it, and then you go for 2. Dude, so I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing I guess everyone will agree on is that Aaron Glenn is like pretty stern. He's and some will say arrogant. Some will say, overly confident. Well, all of those adjectives, right? Based off the fact that, like, what he is feeling right now. Yo, this is what I think. If he has the opportunity next season to put foot to ass to everybody in the AFC East, he better do it. Because the Dolphins have disrespected him, the Bills have disrespected him, the Patriots have disrespected him, like openly so in these games. And I think that's a factor for me, man. Like that weighs a little bit more than other, it's not just losing, but you're losing to the other, other teams in our division, and they're just like piling on us. So that was so disrespectful, bro. Like that kind of pissed me off just now, for real.
Hey, we're being told, by the way, real quick, the broadcaster said the Bills kicker is out. And real quick, CBW, for how I do this play-by-play, I can't listen to the broadcasters, so I can't listen to them. But I appreciate the update there, CBW. So the Bills kicker is injured, so he's out for this game, so they have to go for 2, apparently. But they were kicking extra points earlier, so I don't know what happened with that. If he got injured between then and now, I don't know. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't know either. So what? Just don't kick it then. Just let it go. Be like, we're not going to kick it. We're going to forego it. bro, it's still disrespectful, but still, they shouldn't let him get it. And then that
Yeah.
almost interception. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
If
right.
if Quincy would have caught that, that would have been nice. But again, he only has one hand, so
yeah, right, with a club on the other.
it's kind of difficult to catch with just one hand.
Quite.
But
Yeah.
hey, man, I just wanted to check in on that real quick, bro. I'll check back in with you, bro.
Appreciate you, Devin. Thank you so much. Let me go to a few comments. We also have another caller, a couple callers calling in real quick. Let me do this real quick. Excuse me. Isaiah Williams takes it out to about the 35, if you don't count forward progress, a 35-yard line there. I see a YouTube super chat from NC Green. Let's get that one here on the program here first.
Wow.
NC Green, $2 super chat. AG Stan could easily affect Moore's decision. That's totally overreactionary, NC Green. With all due respect, there's no way if I'm Dante Moore, AG being there or not being there, and what head coach would be here would affect my decision of whether or not I'd want to enter. And I think that I'd be the number 2 overall pick. I don't think that at all. That to me is over the top. There's no way that would be this main deciding factor of whether Dante Moore goes to school. If it is, then Dante Moore isn't worried about the right things. There's no way that who your head coach is should, or not even your head coach. You don't even know if you're going to get drafted by the Jets or the Raiders or whoever you're going to be drafted by. So no, that should not easily affect Moore's decision. Moore should do it based off of whatever. If he's hearing from the draft, he's going to be this pick, or he believes this, that, or the other for $50 million. That's a reason to enter, but absolutely not. I don't think that that is something that should absolutely swing the needle here for him. I'll answer your question, Una, in just a second on Twitter. 1st and 15 for the Jets. 5-yard penalty on the Jets on that one. Jets are down 29-0. 7:36 and ticking. Brady Cook, shotgun set, throws it over to the left side and just totally misses Adonai Mitchell. He just pegged the hot dog guy. Yikes. 2nd and 15. While we're waiting for that, Una asks, Boy Green, you want Glenn back? I do. To me, there's not been, and by the way, New England just went up 2 touchdowns over Miami. Ramondre Stevenson's 2nd touchdown of the day. To me, there is not a head coach name that has been named where I'm like, wow, that's an upgrade. Now, the only exception to that is Jay Glazer, who I trust tremendously with Black Monday stuff, said Matt LaFleur's job is up in the air. And if that's true, okay, now Matt LaFleur, that kind of impressive resume, offensive guy, lot of wins. Now that's a name that tickles my fancy. Wow. Brady Cook just threw it to Kane Guanu and it bounced off his hands. It was a bad pass. Kane was spinning around 3rd and 15. Yuck. Gross. But no. So do I want Aaron Glenn back? First off, if I was going to move on, yeah, Kane had to spin around backwards. Thank you, Brady, for that pass. If there was a name worth it to move on, because everyone says move on from AG, then who are you going to hire? Every name I had heard forever has been terrible names. I'm like, I'm not Clint Kubiak. Like, he's never done it before. I'm going to take another risk with a guy who's never been a head coach before. Like, maybe he's a raving success, but I don't know that. By the way, quick screen pass over to Isaiah Williams, who gets tossed in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. 4th down, the Jets are going to punt down 29-0. So a lot of the names have not intrigued me to potentially replace Glenn with. The most intriguing I've heard, which now I'm like, now that's a name. If he wanted to actually be here, Matt LaFleur, if they'd fire him from Green Bay, how would that not be at the top of a lot of people's list? He would be attractive to everybody out there in the universe. But that one, okay. But a lot of the other names people have given me have stunk, candidly. So no, do I want Glenn back? I don't want to. There are some people, and I've gotten a lot of tweets about this on Twitter. So interesting enough, it's coming from Twitter from Una asking that I want Glenn back. A lot of Jet fans have tweeted at me, are cool with just firing Glenn and they have no answer at head coach. We'll just figure it out. The randomness has to be better than AG. And that I'm not vibing with that. Let's go to the phone lines here. We got plenty of people trying to call in. Let's go to Nick here on the show. What's up, Nick?
Paul, how's it going, man?
Excellent. Thank you for calling in. What's up, man?
Sad times. They continue to roll on. Not to take up too much of your time. I mean, it's just,
no, of course,
it's the life of being a Jet fan. It's a roller coaster ride that you wonder, you wonder when it's going to point up, and it doesn't ever seem to. I was listening to Jake Asman today, who does such a great job. You guys all do such a great job. I mean,
appreciate
the
that.
franchise is spoiled with content creators that are amazing. They're spoiled with a fan base that is loyal. And unfortunately, excuse me, we don't get anything in return. And I could see the argument both ways. A, getting rid of AG, and B, keeping AG. Jake did a good show with Mike Tannenbaum, and Mike's obviously making his case as to look at your year one in the process. They thought the team was a little more talented than it was. I think the assessment of Quinnen and Sauce potentially, maybe not just them alone, but those being the two pieces, the big pieces that got traded away, maybe the assessment of them being leaders, being perceived as being more having more of a leadership role, or the potential to have a bigger leadership role than they actually did. But I mean, again, they had been on nothing but losing teams. At some point, these players are going to be like, look, I've got X amount of years left in my career. I want to do something. I want to be on a team that's going to get me somewhere in the annals of history. So I could see the case why they might check out. The problem with AG is, I feel like he over delivered from day one. And, when Ben Johnson went to the Bears, he was just like, look, it's going to take time.
Overpromised, you mean, right? Overpromised.
Correct. He overpromised. My apologies. He overpromised. And, his stance with the media being what it was, did not do him any favors. Now, I like that he seems to be a little bit more disciplined. He's a little bit more animated with the players and whatnot. But he says, don't let go of the rope. There's no rope to hang on to. We've had no, small wins this season. So when you say things like, well, we haven't had a field goal or pump block or anything like that, to guys like us, it's going to sound pretty stupid.
100%. That's tone deaf. Something like that.
Without question. It's just, the concerns run deeper. Is anyone going to want to come here? Free agents. The last caller was talking about, the quarterbacks coming out in the draft and whether or not they'll want to be picked and whatnot. The only quarterback that I see coming out in a draft that we have no shot at getting is Manning. Because I do not believe his family, should we have a pick that high, granted we've got a lot of capital, I do not feel that they will let him come to New York. Other than that, I think everyone who gets picked, they're going to come to their respective teams. But, I tend to agree with you. You got to keep him because there's really no better plan.
Right. Yeah, I think that's ultimately it. And Nick, will circle back to you here. We're back for this Jets game here. A variety of things took place here. I believe that's going to be down. They called it a fumble and the Jets jumped on it. I believe it's Sam Womack, but it looks like a knee is clearly down, so that ball will be returned back to play. By the way, Keon Coleman had a 37-yard gain on the play, 37-yarder, which put the Buffalo Bills in territory. Jets have the ball, but I believe this ball is going to return back to Buffalo with replay assist. It appeared a knee was down, and I believe that's what they're flipping it the other way. That fumble that was just created there as well, just factored in. A couple of things here on what is just being said. First off, Jake Klein says, Paul, have you seen what he did with Sam frickin' Darnold again on Clint Kubiak? I have. But being a good play caller and being a NFL head coach are two totally different things. So, again, the thing for me is I don't want to hire a first year. We've gone down the first year hire thing a million times as Jet fans. Why would I fire one first year guy, and Aaron Glenn, who it's a bag of mystery whether he's going to be any good, but a lot of people think that they're done with him, for another first year guy? If I'm moving on from AG, I want a proven guy that I feel really good about. And I don't know what name is that out there in the universe. And to me, with all due respect, Clint Kubiak could be very great, but he's just been a really good play caller so far. That's it. And he's got a last name where his dad was very successful, but that's just not enough for me. I'm afraid. Just not enough. And then we go to this, right? CBW says, what about Mike McCarthy, Paul? He has that experience you're looking for. He's been an NFL head coach. He's had success. Here's my challenge flag on Mike McCarthy. All of his success came with a quarterback already there. He goes to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is awesome. He goes to Dallas. Dak Prescott's already there. Where's the quarterback development? And I'm not trying to nitpick, but I sort of am. If we're going to move on from somebody, we need to know that the replacement guy is the right guy. And to me, that's my concern on McCarthy. My concern on McCarthy is where's the history of developing quarterbacks? He's just sort of had really good quarterbacks. He's done really well when he's had the quarterback. And then on the Clint Kubiak, he's never been a head coach before. So those are my concerns about those two names that are brought up, two popular names that Jet fans like to bring up. By the way, first and goal for Buffalo. They're up 29-0 with 4:26 and ticking here. Ty Johnson just gave them the first down. It's first and goal here for Buffalo. Again, temporarily we thought, oh, did the Jets defense get a turnover? And then they reversed the call. It wasn't a pick anyway. It was a fumble, but still, nonetheless. Mitch Trubisky under center. The Bills are at the 10-yard line. They're clearly in the red zone here. Play clock running down. Trubisky snaps the ball. Halfback toss out to the right to Ty Johnson, who breaks a tackle and runs it out to the 4-yard line for Buffalo there. Second and goal here for Buffalo. 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Clock resets. It's now ticking, 3:56 and ticking. Bills are up 29-0. Yeah, this is embarrassing, folks. It is. But again, the seat is not hotter because AG's getting his ass kicked in this game where the replacements are in the lineup, at least in my opinion. Right. Mitchell Trubisky under center here for Buffalo. Ty Johnson alone back behind him. Second and goal here from the 4.5-yard line. Trubisky. Handoff right up the middle to Ty Johnson, who gets stuffed by the Jets. Nice job there. They hold strong at the goal line. Now, the stuffed is relative. He got all the way to, it looks like, the 1-yard line. So it's going to be third and goal from the 1. Nice stop there by Juwan Briggs and company, rallying for the tackle. They prevented the touchdown, but now it's third and goal here for Buffalo. And they've been aggressive all day long, not attempting field goals. So I imagine even if they don't get it here on third and goal, the Bills are going to try to punch it into the end zone. Mitchell Trubisky under center. Third and goal. They're at the 2-yard line, officially. Ty Johnson breaks a tackle. It definitely didn't get in the end zone, maybe to the 1-yard line. It's fourth and goal here for the Buffalo offense here with under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Fourth and goal. Buffalo's up 29-0. Ray Davis is entering the game here for Buffalo. Running onto the field. Ty Johnson staying on the field as well. Maybe some trickeration here. Multiple running backs in here. A little pony package. Joshua Palmer's running off the field. 2:28 and ticking. Fourth and goal. Play clock running down. Buffalo's up 29-0. They're at the 1.5-yard line. Ty Johnson's lined up at fullback. Keep an eye out for that. Fullback trap up the middle to Ty Johnson. The Jets absolutely stuff Ty Johnson. Turnover on downs. The Jets will take over. Very nice job by the Jets defense. Way to show a backbone for once. There we go. 2:14 remaining here in the third quarter after the turnover on downs. 29 squad. Let's go back to the phone line. It's your mama's favorite caller. Alon's here with us.
This will be my last call of the day. I just can't call anymore.
Okay. Sure, of course.
I called in because I listened to Devin being offended because the Bills were going for 2 points. Does he realize this is the NFL? This is not high school football. This is not Pee Wee football. And then he made the comment, oh, wait till next year when the Jets could do the same thing to the. Are you serious?
Nice.
You serious?
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn has a better chance of getting fired within the first 6 weeks of next year than the Jets doing that to anybody. Okay, please. This team has no talent, and it's starting to have problems with the coach. I'm starting to think that there's more issues in that locker room that meets the eye. And then my second comment is the comment, I guess the super chat that NC Green said that maybe Moore doesn't want to play for Aaron Glenn. I don't think
there it
that's
is.
crazy. I don't think that's a crazy comment at all. Maybe
You think that if I'm Dante Moore and I'm like, should I stay in Oregon and go to school? Oh, Aaron Glenn's on the Jets? I'm staying.
First of all,
no way.
Hold on. How does he know that Aaron Glenn's going to be the coach in his second year? Why would he come out? That's a big decision.
Yeah, of course it's a big decision. And
So
there's a
why would
lot of
he?
factors at play, but Aaron Glenn being there, if I'm trying to put myself in
Absolutely.
Dante Moore's head, and I'm thinking of all the things that I'd be weighing, who the head coaches of maybe a team that I would go to would not be high on that priority
on.
list.
You
Number
don't-
one overall pick, there was the whole Peyton Manning, Bill Parcells, all that action. Yes, I remember all that. It was a number one overall pick. We don't even know if Dante Moore would. We think as Jet fans that he'd be the guy.
You don't believe the quarterback who will be drafted by the Jets is thinking to himself, this coach is on the hot seat. I have a decision whether to come back to school or go out. Absolutely.
But
Why
what
would
about
he
Cam
come
Ward
out?
and Brian Callahan? Well, he was clearly on the hot seat going in, and Cam Ward, I didn't hear
But
once a ruffle
Dante
of like,
Moore
ah,
has
boy.
that decision. Cam
What
Ward
do you
did
mean?
not. Cam Ward was done with eligibility.
But
He was
Cam
finished.
Ward could have the fit that could have been thrown. Sure, it's not going back to school, but saying I refuse to play for Tennessee. Fuck that. Brian Callahan's going to get fired. I'm going to do the Eli Manning. He didn't do any of that. He didn't roll over. He had that choice of going nuclear. Caleb Williams nearly went nuclear for his decision. Where was all that noise? Brian Callahan was clearly on the hot seat going into the year.
bet you his agent or his people are looking at the Jets situation with the mess that's going on here, and they are in their client's ear. Absolutely. Why would he want to come here? If he has a choice to stay in school and to hone his skill set rather than coming to a situation that right now looks like an absolute shit show, why would he want to come here? It's not a done deal. He wants to come out.
No, it's not. That's 100% still up in the air. But next year, the quarterback class is supposed to be stronger. Yes,
it is. But
where does Dante Moore rank? Where does he rank among those quarterbacks in 2027?
If he came back to school, I think he'd be between 2 and 3.
Okay, and what would he be in this one? Clearly 2.
2.
Matt Barkley once made the decision. He could have came out and been a top 5, top 10 pick, and he said, "Yeah, I'm going to go back to school." And you never know what can happen. That's risky.
NIL is very different.
But let's be honest, Matt Barkley had a duffel bag on the back of his car, so it's not like he didn't get his NIL. There was that opportunity to come out and guaranteed the money and the placement he would have gotten. He went back to school. Crazy shit happens. And all of a sudden he ends up being whatever he was, a 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick. And then he was quickly out of the league.
Would you be shocked if Dante Moore went back to school?
Would I be shocked? No, I would not be shocked.
Okay,
and I don't think it's a Jets thing. I would not be shocked. I think there's a lot of factors.
I think it's definitely a Jet thing. And I also definitely think it's his ability to actually work on his craft and get better himself rather than sitting on the bench for 15 weeks next year. He'd rather play than come to the Jets.
Again, we've talked about this before. It might have been earlier today. He chose to go to Oregon to back up Dylan Gabriel. That was a benched decision. That was a different decision. Not a lot of, especially in the NIL era, not a lot of quarterbacks would choose to openly go to a place where he knew that he wouldn't start immediately, yet he made that choice. So he seems like a different cat than other players.
Okay. What is the likelihood if the Jets start, let's say, 1-6 next year? Is AG surviving that?
Surviving it like you're saying, getting fired in the middle of the season, or like getting?
Do you think AG can get? You think he's going to get the whole season?
Yes, I don't think Woody Johnson. Think about this, right? It's just history. History speaks for itself. Woody Johnson's on this team for 25 years. Now we're in year 26. He has never fired a coach mid-season until Saleh in year 24. And now in 2 of the last 3 years, he's going to break his historical trend. That seems incredibly unlikely, despite whatever AG does.
You don't think he's getting calls tonight after what fans are watching?
I'm sure Woody has a lot of influential people around him that are saying, "Whoa, look at they're getting pistol whipped 29-0 as we head into the fourth quarter."
They're about to lose their 5th straight game by 23 points or more. That's the worst ever. No one has ever done that.
Yeah,
okay?
that's bad.
So you don't think he is going to get to his phone later on after the game and see all those voicemails, and people are going to call him and say, what's going on here?
I don't think he gets influenced by that.
I'm not paying anything.
I think AG's safe. I do not think this result is going to
I think he's safe, but it doesn't mean that Dante Moore has to come out. And if Dante Moore does not come out, that's an indictment on the organization.
Yes, ultimate, whether it is true or not, again, it's perception. Whether he came out because he chose not to come out because of the Jets or any other reason, Jets would catch shit for it
They
because
would.
they appear to be this. They're if they lose today, they're going to lose. They're going to have the number 2 overall pick. Dante Moore is the 2nd overall pick guy that everyone perceives. So if he chooses not to, that's going to look like he said "fuck you" to the Jets. It is,
Yes.
regardless of whether that's true or not. I
Yes.
agree with that perception. Correct. Yes.
And do you think Woody Johnson, if that is the case, will have buyer's remorse in terms of keeping him?
But I don't know if that, like, because I'm
Because
just
you
trying to. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned Clint Kubiak, and that's a
Yes.
guy that intrigues me because I can't. When was the last time the Jets had a first-year head coach with offensive pedigree?
Oh my God, I'd have
Is
to go
that
back to the history.
Mangini? Or
No, Mangini was defense, wasn't
he
he?
was defense. I don't remember. Okay, so
It
we're
would
talking about
predate the Woody Johnson era because in Woody
okay.
Johnson's 26 years of ownership, he's only had one offense guy that was Adam Gase, and that
So
was a
you look at
retread.
the
Obviously.
success this
So
year with
yeah,
Cohen and with Johnson and
sure,
with Kellen Moore.
yeah.
And you don't think a first-year head coach with an opportunity to work with his own quarterback, so he must have he can get intel, I guess, over the next couple of days, whether Clint Kubiak would be interested in coaching Dante Moore and vice versa. I would, in a million ways, I would rather hire him. Again, I would rather hire a first-year head coach with offensive pedigree than this guy whose defense is embarrassing. It's been embarrassing all year, and he
I
really
just feel like
doesn't
we
do
missed out.
anything.
Like, again, there was a lot of Jet fans that said the Jets should have hired an offensive head coach, and you could have sold me in this previous cycle that we're in. But the milk is spilled. That's gone. So I'm not hiring a guy just for offense because we haven't hired offense in forever. That was a reason in the previous cycle to hire one, but they didn't. So now I'm not going to reverse joke. I'm not going to
The
reverse
next
go
head
back.
coach that will be hired will have offensive pedigree.
I would be
will
surprised if it wasn't. If Aaron Glenn doesn't work out, it doesn't look like he's going to. By all accounts, we'll see if things change. I would assume that if Woody, why wouldn't Woody hire an offensive guy? Why would he not zig after zagging forever? Why wouldn't you zig? So right, that wouldn't make a lot of sense.
And I have one final comment. I have one final
Yes, go ahead.
comment to you, and
Yes.
I appreciate everything.
Yes,
this
sir.
is investigative work, and I appreciate a lot of guys on the beat who do this, and even some of the Jet content creators.
Sure.
I need to find out, just as far as transparency is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
the 33rd team. I need to know who they contacted and how many of those guys basically hung up the phone in their face.
Oh, who rejected the interview
Yeah, I'd
process?
love to find that out.
I wonder how, because the 33rd team probably wouldn't want that out.
I understand that, but someone has to do investigative
No,
journalism.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just trying to think openly in my head who would volunteer that information. The Jets obviously wouldn't want that out.
They wouldn't, but someone
the
needs to
33rd team
find-
wouldn't want that out. So you'd have to do some serious digging to try to
Someone
find
needs
out.
to find that out because based on the list that came out of the people who wanted second interviews, the list was so bad to the point where, first of all, I don't think they were going to hire Brian Flores because he had
The
an
legal stuff, right, correct.
He had an issue with the NFL, and I have friends here in Dallas who work for the Cowboy organization, and I had asked them about Mike McCarthy, and they said the reason why Mike McCarthy was fired is that the players tuned him out, and they didn't even interview him. Okay, he already got rejected the first time. So if you look at the rest of that list, it was Josh McCown who was going to make that jump from quarterback coach to head coach. It was Aaron Glenn, based on the fact that he had success as a defensive coordinator in Detroit, and Brian Flores. So there was really no sexy name out of those. I just need to know, based on transparency, who rejected them. I understand Ben Johnson had no interest in the job. I kind of think Kingsbury didn't have any interest in the job, or Liam Cohen, but I'd love to know a list of the 8 to 12 guys that basically picked up the phone when they called and laughed in Tannenbaum's face and hung up the phone. That needs to be found out before the next coaching search.
Yeah, we'll see if we could get that information out there. Alon, appreciate the call. Thank you. There you go, calling into the show. Appreciate that. First and goal, 29-0 lead for Buffalo Bills, 12-12. Mitchell Trubisky's at the 6-yard line, play action, throws to Ty Johnson, wide open, breaks a tackle, gets into the end zone. Another touchdown for Buffalo. Yeah, this is as embarrassing as it gets. Buffalo is just running through the Jets. Aaron Glenn said earlier this week what he wants to see from his team is competitiveness. And obviously, we're not getting that. 35-0, the final game in Buffalo Stadium. They're throwing snow onto the field. It's 35 squat. By the way, let me. I see this from Boone Gets Blizzy. Why does Tankathon have us at the number 4 overall pick? First off, you go to Tankathon right now. They have us at the 3rd overall pick. Here's why: Jets are 3-13. The Titans are 3-14. Technically, the Titans have more losses than the Jets, but as we are seeing in this game, as the Bills attempt a 2-point conversion, they're up 35-0. So as soon as the Jets lose, they will leapfrog the Titans in strength of schedule and have the 2nd overall pick. So Jet fans out in the audience, nothing to worry about. By the way, Mitchell Trubisky rolls out to the left, rolls back to the middle of the field, and incomplete. Bills have a 35-0 lead. We'll update the banner here in a second. So folks that are worried about anything tank-wise, again, it's as clear as possible. Jets lose, they have the 2nd overall pick. There's no other anything that is required to be added to this conversation. So if you're looking on Tankathon right now, the Jets have the 3rd overall pick. But that's only because this game has not been completed yet, which would give them their 14th loss. So that's why, for people that are asking the audience, I want to give you the most up-to-date information. That is why that is the case. By the way, quick celebration. We have 1,200 people in the room, but I see we've surged over 3,000, 3,000. My math is terrible. We have surged over 8,270 subscribers, baby. Let's go.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
Thank you so much, everybody, for hitting another milestone with us here on the Boy Green YouTube channel. 8,270 subscribers. Thank you kindly for that. Beautiful. Appreciate it. So, yes, don't worry about the tanking. Jets lose today. They get the number 2 overall pick. Guaranteed. Nothing to worry about with strength of schedule. Again, another score I just want to give a quick update to. Let me take a gander here on ESPN. The Bears are up 16-8 over the Chicago Bears. Again, Lions win. That's what you're rooting for because you want that Colts pick to be as high as possible. If the Lions beat the Bears, they would get 9 wins this season. The other one you're rooting for later tonight is the Ravens to upset the Steelers. Or not upset. Ravens are actually a favorite. But Ravens and Lions to win today. The Colts will have the 15th overall pick, which is, of course, our 15th overall pick. So keep that in mind, everybody. We've got 1,200 people in the room. Like the video. If you're watching on Twitter, hit that repost, retweet button to go to other peeps. So here we go, baby. All right, let me catch up on comments here. Yes, I'm aware I'm behind, so if anyone out in the universe is ahead of me, I apologize. So it's my thing here. Hop on Pop. Take that like button to Pound Town. Of the 1,200 people in the room, we have over 100 of those on YouTube, guys. Make sure you guys like the video here on YouTube. That helps gets this Jet show in front of other Jet fans out there in the universe. So like the video. That is the free way to contribute. Please do. Immediately following this game, we'll have our post-game show. And we have 89 likes, so keep those likes coming. We'll have our post-game show where, quite frankly, we're going to be talking draft. We're going to be talking this embarrassment, of course, but the draft, the tanking, where the Jets are, and the results of where that stands. So, yes. Bills are set to kick off here. Let me update the banner. Sorry. Let me put this back up. Bills are now up 35-0. Here we go. That is now updated. We'll go to the phone lines here in just a minute. Jets are set to return. Catch it at their own 2-yard line. Here we go. That is Kane Guanu, or Isaiah Williams, rather, who breaks a tackle. He's at the 50. Kicks it out to the 48-yard line. Wonderful return by Isaiah Williams. That's why he's the team MVP. Spectacular return. Can the Jets finally get on the board? Can they avoid getting blown out here? We'll see. Speaking of getting blown out, Travion Henderson just got his 2nd touchdown of the day. The Patriots are up 38-10. Good Lord. Over the Miami Dolphins. Wow, that is ugly. Speaking of some of the other scoreboards, Broncos are up 13-3 on the Chargers at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Rams up 23-20 on the Cardinals. Raiders are up 9-6 on the Chiefs, even though that game no longer matters to the Jets, unfortunately. Eagles up 17-10 on the Commanders. And those are your scores around the league. Brady Cook play action, looking deep. Doesn't see anything, then floats it over the middle to Arian Smith. It gets deflected up in the air, nearly intercepted by first-rounder Maxwell Harrison, or Maxwell House, as you guys made the joke in the comment section. Yeah. Pass breakup. So it wasn't a drop by Arian Smith. It was a nice deflected ball by another Bills defender. So shout out to him. It was not a drop by Arian, just to make sure we're shooting you straight here on our play-by-play. 2nd and 10 here for the Jets, 11:49 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Jets can score in this game. That's a new benchmark. They're in Bills territory at the 48-yard line. Halfback toss out to the left to Khalil Herbert. He is eaten up for a loss of 1. 3rd and long here for the Jets. Ugh. It's just been a miserable effort here for the Jets. You think back to last year, week 18, we blew out the Dolphins, but the game didn't matter, but it just sort of felt good to old Rodgers had 4 touchdowns. We're like, hey, there you go. End on a positive note. We're ending on a beat the shit out of ourselves note. 3rd and 11 here. The Jets are 3 of 11 on third downs conversions in this game. 11-16 and ticking. Here we go. 3rd and 11 for the Jets. Down 35 to squat. All right, Brady Cook rolls out to his right. Pump fake, throws it over the middle. First down. Nice job. Who is that? Isaiah Williams, who got slammed down to the turf. Yeah, he's getting up very gingerly here. Got slammed down to the canvas, but a nice conversion from Brady Cook to Isaiah Williams. They're in field goal range, baby, but I hope they don't try to kick a field goal. Score a touchdown if you're going to score, if you can. We'll see. Easier said than done here for the Jets. They huddle up. 10:38 and ticking here in the fourth quarter. Jets have 88 yards of offense. The Bills have 425 yards of offense. Bills have 27 first downs. The Jets have 5 first downs. Bills have over 30 minutes of time of possession. Oh, God. All the numbers are ugly. There's some level of a stoppage here. Trying to see what just happened here. Oh, the independent neurologist is called down for Isaiah Williams. He is being helped off the field. He says he's good, but yes, there's an independent neurologist here. Let's take a look. Yeah, his head whiplashed off the turf, and it took him a second to get up. So the independent neurologist is called down to Isaiah Williams. He'll have to pass the concussion test in the blue medical tent, and we'll see if he can return to this game here for the Jets. So, yeah, so he's going to visit the old blue medical tent and go through the concussion protocol. Brady Cook under center. The Jets are at the 37-yard line. Brady Cook throws it out to the left side and incomplete. Ball was ugly. A flutter ball. 2nd and 10 for the Jets. 10:22 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Here we are, folks. We have 1,200 people in the room. Shout out to the 1,200 people. Yeah, very nice. John LG says, kick, don't get shut out. No, you don't kick a field goal when you're down 1,000,000 points. I wouldn't do that. Come on, man. All right, shotgun set here for Brady Cook. 2nd and 10. Quick throw out to the left side. John Mechie screen. Dives out to the 30-yard line. There you go. Or 29-yard line. They give him a better spot than he deserved, but I'll take it. All right. Bills are up 35-0, but the Jets are moving and grooving, baby. Huh? John Mechie III on the catch. There's a quick stoppage here at the 10:07 mark. We'll see what this is. Okay. Oh, there's a Bills injury. That explains the stoppage. Number 25 for Buffalo is walking off the field. 3rd and 3 here for the Jets. 3rd and 3. 10:07 remaining here in this contest. The final game of the 2025 season for the Jets will come to a merciful end here in 10 minutes and 7 seconds. All right, Jets are huddling up. 3rd and 3. Jets are in field goal range, but like I said, if it was me, I wouldn't kick a field goal. Get a touchdown. All right, we got a pistol set here for old Brady Cook. 3rd and 3 here. Andrew Beck was in the backfield. Khalil Herbert as well. Quick toss out to the right side. Wide open. There you have it. That is a catch. Beautiful. Is that Quentin Skinner? It is. Shout out to Quentin Skinner, number 88 on your roster sheet. Good to see Quentin, who was a huge contributor for my Justin Fields story in the offseason when they all went out to Fort Lauderdale. Shout out to Quentin Skinner, his first catch. Where'd he go, Quentin? I think that's his first catch of the game. We'll get back to that in a second. All right, 9:32 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Another stoppage, another Bill injury. Maxwell Hairston's reaching for his right leg. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for that. All right, let me see. All right. Okay, we have a super chat coming through. Let's go to this YouTube super chat here from NC Green. Here we go.
Wow.
If the Raiders win, the Jets get the first pick of the second round. That's as big as they get to trade or revise their draft for. I was unaware of that. So NC Green, you learn something new every day. I, as a big of a draft nerd as I am, I was not aware how the second round pick was determined. So interesting. So if the Raiders win, the Jets get the first pick of the second round. That's a phenomenal. The Raiders are up a field goal right now with I don't know how accurate this is on the ESPN scorecard here, but it says there's 9 minutes and change left in that game. So that's a cool note. I did not know that. Thank you, NC Green, for that fun fact. If the Raiders win, the Jets get the first pick of the second round. That's as big as they get to trade or revise the draft order. Yeah, that's one of the most popular traded pick in the draft. So absolutely. So great little nugget there. Thank you, NC Green, for that. We'll add that to your super raffle ticket total so far this month. Appreciate it. We'll fix the scrolling ticker here when we get to our next show tomorrow morning. We will have another show in the post game, but we'll get that ready for you as well. Beautiful. All right. Thank you for that super chat. Was unaware of that, NC Green. Cool. All right. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Let's get a few words in. EZ here. What's up, EZ?
Hey, it's going to be dark because I'm driving home, but you can listen to me.
Of course.
So, what the hell?
Very fitting. Very fitting. Yes.
I mean, what is my most profound? What more need be said?
It's true. I mean, this is our fifth straight loss at this point by 23 plus points, and it's going to be a lot more than 23.
If you're Woody Johnson, you have to ask yourself, I'm gonna interview some of the players because I have a very serious decision I need to make, and I need to know, and I need them to tell me the truth. Did he lose the locker room? And if that answer is yes, then I have to fire him.
No,
and
yeah. Let me say that. Yeah, player exit interviews are massively important. Woody should 100% be a part of those. I agree.
And can we get Gruden?
Can
we get John Gruden?
Well, I know that you could get one of
you
these.
reach
J-E-T-S, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
We'll swing back to you in a second. The Jets are back on offense, baby. 1st and 10 for the Jets. They're inside the Bills' red zone. Here we go. Brady Cook, handoff up the middle to Khalil Herbert, who dives forward for a gain of 5 and change. Here we go. The Jets could score for the very first time in this contest. Again, field goals, pathetic. If you score a touchdown, I respect it. No matter what's going on. Bills playing prevent defense or not, I have no idea if they are. I imagine they want the shutout. But no, if I'm the Jets, don't be trying to do stupid field goals. But hey, try to go score a touchdown. If you could score a touchdown, God bless you. God bless you if you can. Brady Cook under center here. I formation for the Jets. 2nd and 5. 8:50 and ticking here in the fourth quarter. Okay, Brady snaps it, hands it off up the middle to Khalil Herbert, who cuts off to the left side. Very nice. Dives forward. That's a first down in New York. All right, baby. Here you go, Khalil Herbert. Who would have thought that name was on the old bingo card today? But here we are. Khalil Herbert. I can't believe we got 1,200 people in the room watching this of 35-0 blowout. Salute to you guys. Salute to you. Nice. Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you. Thanks to all the people tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video and also hit subscribe. Again, we recently surpassed 8,270 subscribers. Keep that train rolling. Hand off to Khalil Herbert again. If it keeps working, why not? Let's go. By the way, we're up to 8,271 subscribers. Whoa! There we go, baby. Keep joining the army. We're trying to chip all our way to 10,000 subs. We'll see if we can get there. Flag on the play here. Flag on the play. It's getting chippy between these two. I imagine the Jets don't enjoy getting the piss kicked out of them, and they are probably letting the Bills know about it. Now, a good way to know about it is actually making positive plays. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Oh, on the defense, excuse me. That's an unnecessary roughness penalty and an automatic first down for the Jets. They call that 15-yarder on, I believe there was TJ Sanders of the Buffalo Bills. Let's see what he did. Okay. Oh, he shoved Arian Smith to the ground. Okay. Yeah, that was a jerk move. All right, 35-0 lead for Buffalo over halfway through the fourth quarter of our final watch party and play-by-play analysis of the season. The Jets are yards away. They're 2.5 yards away from scoring their first touchdown of the game. Brady Cook fakes the handoff to Khalil Herbert, rolls out to the right, throws it, and that is a touchdown. Is that Andrew Beck? All right, touchdown, Jets, baby. Way to go, Andrew Beck. Jets, 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 baby! Way to not get shut out, Jets. Way to not get shut out. And Andrew Beck, of all people, totally had that on the card of who was going to score a touchdown today. Andrew Beck. Touchdown pass from Brady Cook. Nice job, Andrew. Ba-boom. Let Brady cook, they say, huh? Oh, going for two. Here you go. How do you need an elephant? One bite at a time, baby. Come on, Brady. Let's go. Shotgun set. 35-6. 7:33. Jets are going for a 2-point conversion here, baby. Here we go. Brady Cook drops back, looks to his left, fires it, a softball, and it's good. He caught it, baby. Quentin Skinner. Fafoomchka. 35-8. Hey, now. Wait just a second. Wait just a second here, baby. Brady Cook is orchestrating a comeback? Probably not. But maybe? Who knows? Possibly? Oh, it's up in the air, baby. Let's update the quick graphic sheet here. All right, for 35-8. There you go, Jets. Way to get on the board, pal. Nice. Nice job by Quentin Skinner, too, getting some action. Nice job, Quentin. Way to go, Quentin. Nice. 7:33 rating here in the fourth quarter. All right, if you're the Jets, you got to kick an onside kick here. You got to get back into this thing, baby. Come on now. Here we go. 35-8. Here we go. Chip. You got the old axe. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. Chop, chop, baby. Chop, chop. Here we go. Jets got to be kicking that onside kick, right? They're showing Maxwell Hairston going to the locker room. Sucks. You don't like seeing injuries. Hopefully Max is all right. He's rallying up the crowd, so hopefully he's okay. Yes. Come on now. What do we got? Let's take us back to the field. Nothing wrong with Hairston, but let's take us back to the gridiron here. I don't think we're kicking an onside kick. Nope, we're kicking deep. All right. Oh, play defense. Nice, nice. Now, that's not great because the Jets have given up 35 points, but okay. Here we go. Bills go for the return. Boom! Jets rally. Dean Clark throws his ass out of bounds. That probably should have been a penalty with how far he threw him out of bounds, but I like it. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. All right, here we go, baby. Let's go back to the phone lines real quick. We've got Lou B, baby. What's up, Lou?
BG, it's like you're a Jets pilot navigating on the intercom there, just talking about the crash, man. This is bad, BG.
Yeah.
I understand that you are such a loyal guy with Glenn, but
100%.
so many players are not going to want to come here. This is going to affect us for years. It really is going to. Like season ticket holders, and I know a lot of them, they're not renewing their tickets. There's a lot of jobs are affected. That's when they cut down staff. This is like much more serious than just being loyal to Glenn. And I just wanted to explain to you that part of it because I see how loyal you are. But this is going to affect this team for a very long time. As you can see, there was a report from Connor talking about how agents don't want who would want to come here right now? This is really bad. I'm so upset today because if they keep Glenn,
which it seems like they are by all accounts.
Yeah, I don't know. Billionaires react differently.
That's
all the
true.
time.
I mean, 100%. So
Woody can wake up in the morning and just be like, we're never going to fix it like this. And I really don't. I wish he was good. As a Jet fan, and you know that I am, I wish he was good. He's just not good, BG. He's not good. And it's killing us right now. I've never got so many texts in my life that Glenn has to go from like diehards, like 40-year diehards. And this is bad, BG.
he could turn it around, Luby. Come on, man. The
BG.
cap space, the picks,
Okay.
the money, man. Come on, he's gonna rebuild this thing. He's gonna
Oh,
do it.
Okay, so if you're Leo Chanel,
Yeah,
or these guys,
100%.
do
Boom,
you
bring him up.
really do you want to come here?
Why wouldn't you? Huh.
Because the coaching is really bad, and you might sign up for a losing team. I know money.
Dollar bills. Yeah, baby.
I'm the first to say that. That's how we'll get a coach. Money will, you give somebody $50 million. That's how you get a coach. But a
Sure.
player has a choice in free agency to go with a team that has a little bit of potential. We really don't have potential right now. It's really bad. And for me to say that, it kills me. I'm defending the Jets all day long on my phone.
Wait. You say we don't have potential? What do you mean? We've
No,
hit rock
not with this
bottom. The only
coaching,
direction
BG.
is up. It's up, baby. That's all
Oh,
potential. Nothing but potential.
like
That's overflowing potential.
like an inch up. This is
Well, that's
bad,
still up.
BG, this is bad. And tomorrow morning, if there's some coach firings tomorrow morning, I think Woody is going to reconsider. No matter who, doesn't matter who said that he's safe. It does not matter. This is insane. This is horrible.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
It's rough. It's rough.
BG, let me ask you a question. If the
Sure.
Ravens let go of their coach, do you think he would not be a better coach than AG?
Yeah, he would be a better coach, AG, but would he come here? That I don't know. Yeah, he's a Super Bowl winner and a proven winner, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so if the Browns let go of their coach, do you think he would be a better coach and maybe bring Jim Schwartz along with him?
So I don't know if they would be married together. To me on
Maybe not.
Stefanski, like I raised this on social media. Stefanski has 7 wins and now 8. He upset the Cincinnati Bengals today. He has 8 wins over the last 2 years. I don't know, man. We say AG sucks with his wins. Like, what's the explanation for Stefanski sucking the last 2 years? And if we say it's the quarterback, didn't he bring the quarterback in? So he has to have some of that blood on his hands.
Well,
So,
no, he never wanted Sanders in there. He never wanted Sanders. That was
I'm not
pressure.
talking. No. I don't mean Shador. I was talking about the Deshaun Watson thing.
Oh,
Like he had to have been part of that conversation. Bring him in. I
he
doubt
definitely
that
made
they
mistakes.
went. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So like
he's
8
better.
wins in the last 2 years stinks.
But he's got to be, and yeah, maybe they're not married. But if they, okay, so then the next one, you don't think Mike McCarthy would be a better coach than AG?
Mike McCarthy has won a ton of games
for a new
but
quarterback.
I just can he develop a new quarterback? Like he had Aaron Rodgers and did awesome, and he had Dak Prescott and did awesome. But those quarterbacks are already proven. Who has he developed? That's the concern.
I'm not a historian with this stuff. I just know that he's better than Glenn. Okay, so then if Pittsburgh lets go of their coach, do you not think if he comes in, he wouldn't be better than AG? And I want to say,
well, 2 things here. Well, Tomlin had Ben Roethlisberger right off the top, and then he hasn't had a quarterback the entire time. So that part, I sort of question his quarterback ease. Now, he's had a winning record every year, so all of that obviously is better than AG. And also, again, I'd reiterate the question, would he come here of choices? That I don't know.
There's one thing that I think that would make him come here. Let's not forget that AG made fun of him. And that's what guys like this, AG sort of talked a little bit bad about him. And I didn't think that was nice of AG to talk about a guy who's so well established like Tomlin.
When did he do that?
He did. He sort of was talking about Justin and coaching him up, and he wasn't coached correctly.
I see.
That's straight, like, that's straight at Tomlin, no matter how you slice and dice it.
No, that's fair. Touche. I forgot about that.
So we just named about 4 coaches that would be better. And if those coaches came, you have to think that the free agency is going to get easier for us because there's going to be players that say, oh, wait, I played for him, or, yo, that's a real coach. I think that free agency is going to be tough. And I think money does talk. I'm the first to understand that. But I'm sorry, BG. You have to come over to the other side. I'm here to.
I don't want to.
BG, I didn't want to either. You know how much I love this team, but I'm here to talk to you. This is the end of the season. The score is 8-35 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like a long shot that we're going to turn this around, but there's still some time. There's still 2 minutes and
Yes.
change.
Yes.
Well, the Bills just converted on 4th and 1. Okay. There's less. It's a little tougher. We still got 3 timeouts, but
BG, I'm here to take you with me.
come
I
on,
know
man.
you're loyal.
We can do this.
BG, you have to come home now. You have to
I'm
come
not
home
ready.
now. BG, you got 2 more minutes, BG. You have to come home. You cannot keep on supporting him. It's not supporting Glenn. We all love Glenn as a player. But
Okay.
BG, it's over. He's not a good
But
coach. He's
we
not
could
going
still
to
get
turn
an
it around.
interception in the final 2 minutes. That could happen,
No,
maybe.
BG, he's not going to be good. He's not going to be good next year either, BG. It's going.
Wait,
People
why?
aren't going to play for him. The locker room tonight is going to go to Woody and say that they can't support this guy anymore. And that's the players, our players who we support and go see. BG, it's time. You got to admit it, BG.
No, I can't. I refuse. I'm not going to admit it. No,
BG,
I can't do it.
you better
I'm
call
all
you.
in.
You better call Hop on Pop because I know he
Oh, no.
knows. I know
I
he knows. And the
He doesn't
chat
know.
knows.
Chat doesn't know.
BG, you can't, you cannot do this to us. We need you to come with us. You have
But
to,
he's not.
BG.
He's
It's
not going to get
time,
fired.
BG.
He's not
We
getting
have a.
fired. He's
If
coming
he
back.
if he doesn't get fired, he will get fired in a few months.
No.
Or
no.
I mean, yes, when
I don't
we're
believe that.
3 and whatever or mid-season, and I really wanted him to be great, but I would take Tomlin over him in a second if it's a possibility. In a
Do you think it is a
second.
possibility?
Because that little comment he made.
Well,
if
no,
Tomlin
not even
leaves,
that. I just mean in general. Like, would he come here? I don't know.
I don't know, but you
And we
just
probably
said
got to trade for him. I doubt that he gets fired. That you'd have to trade some for him, probably. And same for Harbaugh, I'd imagine.
They chant in the stands to fire him. I know a lot of fans that I don't know why, but they want him out of there. I don't know why. I think it's crazy also, but they're not. I don't know, BG. It's just time to admit that Glenn has failed us this year.
It was a tough year.
It was the worst year ever.
That would be another way to put it. But
we're so bad that we almost turned a 2 quarterback race into a 1 quarterback race. That Dante may not even come out because of Glenn being the coach. It's going to be a factor. They're going to look at the coach and say, coach, ownership, whatever. But this is as bad as it gets. BG.
We'll see it. We'll see. There's still time. There's still time, and
there's a minute and 47 seconds left on my clock.
That's a little off, but they still got 3 timeouts. So let's sort of see what happens here. Okay.
We'll no longer defend him, BG. You're too smart. You know more than anybody about this stuff. You can no longer defend Glenn because we need your help to find us the next coach. They watch your show. We spoke. Me and you met Tanner. We told them about the show. Okay.
Yeah, he's a big fan. Yes.
We need your help and guidance to find us the right coach. We're counting on you, BG. You cannot leave us in the darkness like this. This is terrible. This is the worst in history.
Yeah, it's a little off kilter at this moment in time. A little off kilter. Just a hair off kilter at this point. It's slightly off kilter.
Is there anybody out there that can jump in on this chat? Is there any people in the waiting room, BG, that can help me? Okay,
we actually have 7 callers, but
can
callers
we pull them all in? Can we pull everybody in? Let's take a vote.
Wait, just hang on tight, everybody. Hang on tight now. Just wait a second here, okay? We're all going to transition to the post-game show here in a matter of seconds. If you guys have things that you'd like to share on a certain direction of the team, feel free to do so. The Jets are not using their timeouts. They will lose 35-8. So that's official. 1,200 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. We have 7 callers. I see you guys all down there. Let's just move on over to the post game show. We'll be in there in just a minute, folks. And the Jets lose, but they win. They have the 2nd overall pick now. And also, let me do a quick peek ski over at the other scores real quick as we're about to dip here. Okay, the Raiders are on top of the Chiefs 11-9. Our boy NC Green says that has implications on the 2nd round pick. Lions and Bears are tied now, so we have to keep an eye out for that because that'll affect the Colts pick, but we'll get it all there. Jets lose 35-8. We're jumping over the post-game show. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll be back after these short messages. Stay tuned right here on the Boy Green.